One.
Oh, we're live. Ha ha ha! Welcome to my show. It's going to be amazing, maybe. Welcome to Dragon Slayers, and I'm going to hand it off to the wonderful Sam, and they're going to take it away.
Thank you so much for joining us. We're really excited. I'm super hyped to see D'Artagnan's streaming debut as a GM. And I'm excited to get back to our D&D roots. So this is the first of 2 prequel episodes of Dragon Slayers. So this week and next week at this time, at this channel, we are going to be doing our prequel episodes of Dragon Slayers. We're going to have a Thanksgiving break, and then we're going to be coming back for it. More and details, check our Twitter at Uncommon Trust. But before we get any other announcements, there are some new faces here while other friends are traveling and celebrating lovely things. So why don't we start with y'all, and we can all just go down the line and say who we are.
So I'm Kevin. I'm Darlando, the Azamar, and I'm the noob of the group.
I'm Melee. I am Zentris, the Warlock, and I'm also fairly new here, so bear with me.
I'm Alquin Gersh, and I'm playing Garland Radcliffe.
Yeah.
And I'm an old hand around these parts.
Oh, Garland.
Hi, I'm Poisel, and I'm playing Elize Izette, the reluctant leader of this group.
I'm Sam DeLev, and I am going to be playing Stirka the Calm. So that's what we have today. Just one quick announcement before D'Artagnan gets us started. Tickets are still available for D&D in a Castle. It's D&D, it's in a castle, it's with the Uncommon Trust and a bunch of friends, including Mark Meir, Eric Campbell, Internet sensation Amy Dallin.
Internet sensation Amy Dallin.
I love all y'all. It's perfect. We got Rick Bud. We got all sorts of really great people. If you want to sign up and find out, thank you so much. I knew I was forgetting something, and I'm remiss. So, redeem me, the garbage person, by going to DN, like the letter D, in a castle. .com, and you can sign up for tickets and sign up for the mailing list and find out, because there's some real good stuff coming down that line.
I think we have less than 10 tickets left for our weekend in July 7th to the 11th. So less than 10 tickets available. Get on them before they're gone, and then sign up for their mailing list anyways, because there might be some other things coming down the line.
So with that, I'm too hyped to think about anything but Dragon Slayers, so I'm throwing it back to you. Please get us started.
Shazam! It's me, the DM of this wonderful game. We're just going to jump right into it. Oh, also, if you didn't know, I'm D'Artagnan, and I'm your DM. I think I already, started that way, but we'll end it that way, too.
Yeah, you slid into our DM.
Oh, yeah. All right, so we'll just begin then. The sun creeps past the Dragon Spine Mountains. Its warm rays trickle down the mist onto the mighty kingdom of Nezuka, resting stoically on the Ember Sea. Still healing from the 300-year war with Mirivalia, these brick buildings watch silently as the merchants, blacksmith, and sailors on the Silvis docks go about their early morning chores. The local bakeries in the cobblestone square fill the air with their sweet smells as their sleepy chefs slowly start up the fires for another busy day in the Jewel of the North. I wrote a lot. The castle to the southeast is still sound asleep. To the east, the majestic marble building with gold pillars and a silver fox face welded onto the entrance of the oak doors, housing the members of the Dragon Slayers Guild, locally known as the Knights of the Silver Fox, are recently celebrating the return and victory of one of their older squads, led by the strapping Kayami Rockfist, a massive Minotaur warrior with too many battle scars to count, and piercing hazel eyes that could scare a kraken back into the depths. Now standing on one of the many tables inside the tap room of the guild, the light from the blue flames of the magical sconces dances on his golden plate mill as he as he holds up the trophy of his latest kill, the severed head of an androsphinx, where its neck once was, is instead a trail of tendons and muscles, still dripping with warm blood down his bovine arm, as he waves it around victoriously. Ale splashes in the air as the guild begins to celebrate this glorious event. Silver guild mates scramble from the main meeting hall towards the wooden bar to grab a pint and join in on the fun. And we see our fantastic bard here starts a wonderful ditty to commemorate the return of Kami's victorious return.
Yeah. Originally, it doesn't seem like this gentleman wants to perform. Like he's just trying to sit there at the
He
the
hates
bar
it
and enjoy his drink.
Kami makes him. Come on, sing with me.
But everybody just keeps pressuring him, and eventually he just kind of relents, and he heads over to a sort of like stage area. And he says, "You want to hear a song, huh? A song about celebration."
Of course, sing about our victory.
Rockfist, you took many kills in the war, did you not?
Aye.
Yes. Doesn't that weigh on you?
Victory is everything for Minotaur. Moros is all power.
I've known others like you, others from Moros, and they thought the same way you did. But once you live as long as I have, maybe you'll feel differently about what victory is really worth.
He slams his pint on the table. Sing, elf.
Fine then. All right, so he takes a kind of long, pregnant pause, and the crowd starts to get kind of irritated. They're like, "Sing, sing,
Sing!
sing, sing, Lieutenant Radcliffe,
Sing.
He goes,
Sing. Yes, sing.
I sat within the valley green. I sat me with my true love. My sad heart strove the two between the old love and the new love. The old for her, the new, that made me think on island dearly, while the soft wind blew down the glade that shook the golden barley. 'Twas hard the woeful words to frame, to break the ties that bound us, but harder still to bear the shame of foreign chains around us. And so I said, the mountain glen I'll meet at morning early, and I'll join the bold united men, while soft wind shook the barley.
Well, Kami is super sad now. No, he smashes his ale on the table, and he takes a swing. Yes, again, and then we're gonna go to the. You don't have to do it again. It was wonderful, Al.
So yeah, at that point, I'm happy it's over. I'm happy that people don't want anything more.
Kami tries to force you to do another little ballad, but to no avail.
No, I just want to go back to slouching in the corner and
You're just a happy,
enjoying my drink.
You're just a happy little elf. So,
fighting a war for 300 years. Yeah, you feel?
You know, I'm gonna tell you right now. It's not a good time. All right, so a few tables back from this, you all see this kind of event unfold in front of you. You are a new kind of squad kind of put together. Some of you have been here for quite a while. Others have just finished the DG or Dragon games. I love saying the full version. It just sounds so funny to me.
DG.
But yes, you just finished the DG, and or some of you have finished the DG, and now you're kind of brought together in the squad, and this will be your first kind of like, I guess, experience of the guild in general. And you guys can talk amongst yourselves and introduce each other.
So we've already fought in these games and won a certain amount, right?
Yeah. So that's what I was going to say, because I said that all in the video. Who didn't watch the video?
Yeah, Ronnie's didn't watch the video.
Oh, yeah. So the Dragon... Okay. So the Dragon games are just like this giant kind of festival every year, but during the half years, it's this 3-part arena, and basically you go against about what was it, 36? Yeah. 36 people. So it's just you versus 36 people individually, but you do get placed in teams randomly. And so once you get to the end, the final 6 are chosen, and you get into the whatever respecting dragon guilds that want you, regardless of, or kind of grading on whether or not you killed people during that kind of arena time, or you disabled people, how many ribbons you got for the points of killing the monsters inside there. I'll go more in depth on this. I can put I have a whole thing written down. I can put in somewhere where everybody can find this, because I don't want to get too into the dragon games, but basically it's an arena for everybody to it's like a test. It's a huge test that people go into. They become part of the dragon guild. So there's that.
It's a big spectator event too, right?
Yeah.
So,
Everybody loves it, except for on the half years. So every half year is when people go in, and then that's when they go try to become part of the Dragon Slayers Guild. And then on the yearly event, there's an annual event, and that's between all the Dragon Slayers guilds. Actually, once you're in it, then you compete to be the best house. Basically, whoever's the best guild, it gets the most money, gets the best bounties, and all that kind of fun stuff. And you guys you're basically a bunch of mercenaries that do extremely or take on extremely difficult quests or monsters, or sometimes you get tasked out to go do go kill a different political member of a.
So is this big yearly game? Is that happening soon?
No. So this one just ended, the half year one. So this is why these are new. Some of your new recruits.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then so it's probably 6 months until the big one.
All right.
4 months. There's an 8-month year.
Oh,
okay.
Yeah, there's a calendar too. There's lots of things. This is why I'm thinking I didn't give everybody everything.
It's okay.
But I have it. We got all the things. All right.
I'm excited.
So, you guys are a fairly new squad. You've all been either you've been here for a while, or you just recently beat the Dragon games and kind of got into this guild. And you all don't really know each other, so
can we get quick physical descriptions of who we're seeing?
We're all hanging out at the guild.
Let's go with Kevin.
So I'm an Azamar, so I'm white skinned, very tall, kind of buff, I'm good looking. If you
just like you.
Just
gorgeous.
But I like to be in the corner by myself usually.
Nice.
Oh, with me. Okay.
No.
Different one?
Different corner.
Different corner. There's more than one corner, Alcuin.
It's a circular room.
And then May, your character.
Well, I'm Yunti, so I'm part snag. So I'm kind of dark eyes, dark hair, creepy, scaly. Still kind of smexy though. Smexy snakes.
Garland is an older elf. He's in his mid 300s. He's
solid years.
Yeah, he's missing one ear, or at least the top, very visible Miravalian elven part of it.
Yeah.
He's got other crisscross with scars. He's seen a lot of battle as a sky pirate, and he wears very well taken care of leather armor with a sort of coat. With a bunch of medals and stuff. Mm-hmm. It's like a dirty, tattered, military coat, which he wears as a cloak.
I love it. So. And you're currently hiding in a corner, right?
I'm sipping my ale and being a loner boy.
All right, nice.
Elize Zet is a human, about 5'9", longer, dark hair, dark eyes, kind of paler complexion. They doesn't look like they go out of the library very much. And they're currently sitting at a table with a bunch of maps and journals and things and trying to plot out doing tactical drawings and figuring things out, because they just recently got put in charge of this group and they're very nervous about that. And they have there's a weasel that runs around their ankles and climbs up on their shoulder to nudge them.
I love it.
To making sure that they stop and hydrate and do things like that.
Nice. So you hang out in the grand library underneath the guild?
But I'm up here because Kami it's a big event and people are back from their tour.
Everybody loves Rockfist.
So I should be there. And
I don't love Rockfist.
and maybe some of it will rub off or something. See how a leader actually leads. And so.
Yes. Kaemi.
Your words, not mine. Styrke is middling height, also 5'9" or so. Wearing very fine clothes, much too good, and a breastplate that is shiny in the places where there aren't very large gouges taken out of it. They have a glaive that is well taller than they are. A very fancy ring and an ice pack that they have over their cheekbone right now. They are not doing anything about the black eye, but it is clearly on its way. That is in development.
Sick. What's just out of curiosity? What are your reasons for joining the Dragon Slayers Guild, or the Knights of the Silver Fox?
They are the people who will have me right now.
'Tis true. Most mercenaries are like that.
But thank you for reminding me.
I've been kind of coasting.
Yeah.
I've been long involved in the military, and I'm kind of like they basically like won't let me retire. Like they need me. So
King Marcubus is quite stern with his military, so I could see that.
And I fought with King Marcubus, which everybody always wants to ask me about.
Yeah,
they always want to hear stories about King Marcubus.
He's a beast. So while the celebrations are going and you guys are healing yourself with ice, a tall female elf, roughly 6 feet in height. She wears a very lavish plate mail armor made out of the bones of her most powerful kill, a dragon by the name of Paydor. The plate mail is a brilliant silver, and the bones of the dragon are dipped in gold. Her face is slightly scarred from the battles she has endured, most notably a gash under her left eye, which she recently got from Paydor. She walks into the room and just kind of looks at Kaemi, and she calmly collects herself, and congratulations, Kaemi. As always, you and your squad deliver the most and impossible kills. Kaemi grunts and raises. He loves doing this. He's always about it. He grunts and raises his glass to Phaedra. To Phaedra, the finest guild master we've ever had. And as that kind of happens, she makes her way towards your squad. Kind of passes by all the celebrations and the ale splashing in the air, and seamlessly, like, almost as if she is like immune to all this stuff that's happening around her. And as she arrives at the table, she looks at how do you say the name again? Elize. I'm always saying that wrong. I apologize if I mess up any of your names. I love you all dearly, though. So we got that going. So Phaedra kind of locks eyes with you and, oh, Elize, how is your squad doing today?
Oh, well, we're recovering from the games and looking greatly forward to getting us all together, doing some training exercise, maybe our first task or bounty or whatever.
I can see here that you have the bounty presented before you.
Oh yeah, I found this on this was in a box. I didn't have my name on it. I was going to ask to make sure that it was for us.
It was.
I didn't want to be presumptuous.
Noxie actually took it first, and he followed it all the way to the Umber Ruins, I remember.
Umber Ruins. Huh. Okay, so Shadowvale target. Okay. The target is Deoxyver. Location or Shadowvale. Report. Okay, Elven Noble. Deox has been missing for 4 days. Lost report. 1 Elven Noble. Impact type. Potential war with. Oh. Okay. Recommendation. Investigate the last known location, eradicate any threat, and bring the noble back alive if possible. Sounds solid. Makes sense. So you said Noxie said that he took the bounty first, yes, and he couldn't complete it?
No, Noxie was one of your squad mates. He ran forward before.
Oh yeah, him. I forget about him. He's a little hot-headed and
He heard of enemies and just decided to take care of it himself.
That sounds like Noxie. That does sound like Noxie. Yes, we'll follow up on him and so yes, yeah. That sounds
fantastic.
Yeah.
I hope you all will do well here and make Callus a safer and more profitable place for all of us. And
Oh
she
yes.
kind of takes her leave.
It's all about them profits, isn't it?
And it's all about them profits. That's all this guild is about, making money. That's all I ever want. It's just money.
Getting gold.
So the bounty, I should have said it before. So B Dave's character is Noxie. I hope I'm saying that right. If not, we'll find out next week. He took the bounty for the squad and kind of went ahead. I don't know why I spaced and telling this before, but
It's okay.
now you know
okay.
now.
No worries.
See, now you talk shit about Noxie. Let's get back to Dave now.
Look, it's not talking shit. It is a professional condemnation.
just observations. Just observations. So, Centris, Darlando, it's very good to have you in the squad. I saw your performance during the Dragon Games, and it was commendable. You fought very bravely. It was good. Very. That's.
Inspirational.
Oh, inspirational. Yeah, that's a good word. So we should get ready soon. If this elf's been missing for 4 days, we don't want it to be 5 days. So maybe we should leave soon.
So being in the guild as well, you know that there is so the guild. I should explain more of the guild layout.
Now we're learning as we need to.
So inside the guild, they actually have their own trader. They have their own kind of like magic weapons supplier. So if you guys want to go there and check that out, which is the top story, this building is 2 stories. There's a main training kind of arena I guess right wherever this is. This is where my hands are. That's where it is. And then on the right side is where the tavern is, and kind of where the tap room is. And there's like a bar right there, and that's where you guys are right now. Inside of this tavern, there's stairs that go up and up to the second floor. Also, again, I guess let me.
So that's where like the quartermaster would be.
Yeah, so the quartermaster's up there. There's a balcony that kind of overwatches the main arena or training areas and sparring arenas. But yeah, there's this little office where Phaedra lives, and it's like an office kind of quarters, and then there's quarters for most of the squads, which I mean they're just like barracks basically on the second floor, and then right next to that is the trader and the weaponsmith right here.
Okay.
So that's that.
So
There's
we should go visit the quartermaster and make sure we're all properly requisitioned. If you need anything, I'm sure they'll be very happy to provide. For everyone's knowledge, we'll be heading south to Shadowvale, the forests to the south of us, and Phaedra said that Noxie went to the Umber Ruins, which is like southern Shadowvale. So we're gonna have a little bit of walking to do. I hope everyone's okay with that. So let's get it together.
Yes, before Noxie has all the fun.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we can't let that happen. That sounds dreadful.
Look, if he wins the counts at the end of the year, I owe him much gold. So let us go.
Okay.
I'm only 3 behind.
All right. Well, we'll make sure we get you caught up, won't we?
Certainly.
Yes. All right.
Yes. So we are going to the quartermaster, and I know that I would like potions of healing and such things, as they are available.
Yeah. Everything is available. No, that's not true.
Go shopping.
Go enjoy
Magic
everything.
Costco.
So,
Anything Costco.
Costco.
As you make your way up, I'm assuming, does everybody do this?
Yeah.
Are you
I'll
just
need
jumping
to
into
also do it.
Yeah, sign me up.
Sign me.
Wait, do we know is so we know Garland is coming with us now?
No, that was going to get in a little bit later. That's
okay.
You can if you want.
Well, no. Scratch
You can just be like, all right, I'm joining you guys. That's how it's going.
all right,
No,
so
you don't get the toys.
all right, that's fine. If that's how the story is, that's cool.
No, it can be that way.
No, I
All right, I'm not going to argue.
Let me split the baby. I'm going to go up to Garland, who is, as always, brooding in the corner. It is a very good look for you. I see you have found just the right lighting.
It's not brooding. I like to be by myself.
Publicly. Where we can all see you being by yourself.
Well, yeah, I'm not going to drink alone in my room. That's just sad.
This is, of course, much less sad. Could I ask from you a favor?
Certainly.
Could I have a word? There was a...
Oh, okay. I see.
I lost my calm last night. You understand.
I understand.
But
I understand. Someone says the wrong thing and you can't let it go.
the jaw is there, my fist is here,
Yeah.
and then my fist is there.
Yeah. Was it worth it?
Always.
All right, let's get you fixed up. So I have a medical kit with me. Can I pop it open and try to do some basic first aid on?
You can definitely do that.
All right, so let me roll a medicine check for that. Oh, not great. I got a total of 7. So I'm kind of fumbling around and like, oh, I thought I had more bandages than I did here.
How many bandages do I? Okay, that is over my eye. I cannot see if you put it there.
Yeah.
It's fine. It's fine. But
I'm really sorry. I need to refill this kit. I haven't refilled it since the last game.
So that is perfect. I am about to go with.
I'm gonna do you one better.
Yeah?
Here we go. And then so I pull out from my whatchamacallit, my belt. I have something that looks like a flare gun, like a signaling pistol. But it's got like a sort of like an astrolabe kind of thing in the center of it. And I basically I whisper to it, and then I pull the trigger on it, and there's a little puff of like healing energy. So I just cast healing word on you.
Oh, there you go. The
Well,
puff's already in.
Since this is a flavor injury, can it be a flavor spell slot?
Yes.
Just for yes, thank you.
Yeah.
Just for my friend's sake.
Yes.
Thank you.
Definitely.
That is much better. It is not embarrassing for the guildmaster to see, but it is better if not.
I get it. You want to look good.
So I'm going with the egghead, Elise. We are going on a mission now. We are going up to the quartermaster to requisition things. Can I do you a favor? Can I get you anything while I'm up there?
Oh, jeez. I don't know. Surprise me.
I will do that, my friend. Later. And now, I will proceed to the quartermaster.
Ah, fantastic! So you guys join at the quartermaster up the stairs, and you see this small little gnome that has he's dressed very well. He has a brown shirt, loose pants, and this black blazer. His hair is white and curly, and he has gleaming, smiling amber eyes. And he walks. Oh, hello! How can I help you today? I haven't seen half of you here before. Well, I'm Middlebick. How are you? What's your name?
I'm Zentress. I was wondering what you had to offer us for our journey. We're going to seek a bounty, and we need to get stacked up for this journey.
Everyone's getting a bounty, always. Yes, of course. So there is some small potions that I can offer you. There's an adamantium breastplate. There's some swords. Really, what would you desire?
Well, well, I think someone wants that adamantium breastplate.
Sharp as always.
Yes. I'm very perceptive. No, I'm not. But I had asked, I had put in an order. If I don't know if it's gone through yet or not. I know how busy it can be, and like the red tape of the bureaucracy and everything.
Red tape.
I asked about a pearl.
Just a single pearl.
There's a pearl. You put some. It's got some power in it.
I do have something. Let me go find it. He runs back, and you see him kind of shuffling through some drawers and cabinets, like tossing like random books and scrolls. And you can see that finally it gets this little tiny jewel box, and he just kind of hands it to you. Is this what you're looking for?
Yes. Is it a pearl?
It is. That's a pearl. Resting inside is, yes, a pearl.
I was like, that seems like an appropriately leveled item, just a pearl of power.
Probably not, but you know. Is it? And would you like the breastplate? I'm assuming that this is all on the guild, correct?
Of course, my friend.
All right.
Yes, but yes, back to the, and I'm staring with lust at that breastplate.
At the breastplate.
Like barely making eye contact with Middlebeck because people like
Bite your lower lip.
Middlebeck.
I just came here to have a good time.
Middlebeck sees that and kind of brushes over real quickly, knowing how quick you can destroy him. He's heard the stories. And he picks it up real quick and hands it over to this the adamantium breastplate to you. This bright silver kind of glows in the magical sconces. The flames kind of dance all fantastic on it.
Sick.
Good make.
Dope.
Almost as good as we had in Brightvale, but yes, it's very good.
Maybe next time I can please you. Anything else you like?
I'm on a charge to pick some things up for my friend, the one with the beautiful voice, Garland. Perhaps you have something that might catch his fancy. I'm supposed to surprise him. He's still brooding in the corner.
Oh, still. I actually thought that you were not brooding anymore.
Oh no, I'm just hanging out.
Yeah, I was like, can I pick something up for you?
Yeah.
So, yes.
Sturg asked me what I wanted, and I was like, omakase.
I could not bear to remove him from his corner. It seems that he still has at least 20 minutes left.
Yes, Garland always brooding.
He cannot actually go into the light.
I was just finishing my beer.
Of course. If only you were in the scene and could defend yourself. But yes, if you have some things that would please him, or at least make him make a funny face. All of that would be very pleasing to me.
We do have a potion of green dragon control.
To control green dragons?
Just green ones.
Or for the hangover after the absinthe?
Both, actually.
Perfect. Yes, I will take this. I will take this to him.
So, yeah, you take the potion of green dragon control.
Hey,
What about you two, Zentris, Starlanda? What do you need? I remember seeing you fight, but I don't know really your specialty. What sings to you?
Specialty.
There's a staff available.
Just an ordinary staff.
I'll take it then.
He has one staff.
Perfect. I'm ready to go.
He doesn't actually have any staffs.
Oh man. Okay then.
Let me see. Hold on, let me see.
It's just a stick.
Yeah.
Normal stick.
Magically makes one appear.
Yeah.
There are staffing issues here. We're contacting HR about it. There's no need to be like that.
Yes.
You need a better inventory trigger.
You know.
When you're down to just one staff of the match I left, that's when you're supposed to order more. You don't get in this situation.
We will have to demote him from the quartermaster down to the 8th.
Never. Here, let me get something for you.
Well, I mean, he's already half-sized.
It's like a quarterling. It's a similar principle.
I put in a request for you. I don't know when it's going to get here.
It's all back.
Unequipped for a bit.
You should have a staff. I remember you got one when you...
Oh, it's at the very bottom. I didn't even see it. Okay. Never
It
mind.
started at the bottom,
Silly.
but I think you'll find now.
Yes.
Now beyond fact.
You were speaking.
Do you have any potions available? What you got going on there?
I do, actually. I have a few greater healing potions, if you like that. I have one kind of weird potion of grey goo. I don't really know what it does. You might have fun with it, though.
Okay, I'll take a couple of the healing potions and a gray goo, whatever that does.
All right.
We'll figure it out when the time is right.
I have 4 of them. That's all I have. Not the gray goo. I only have 1 of those. But the
One of
healing
those
potions.
and 2 healing potions, please.
2. All right.
I'll take one of those healing potions.
You'll take one of
as
them.
well,
Right.
if that's
So
okay.
there's
Yes.
2.
Of course, I will also take this. As many of us as can have them.
There's only 4. So
5
I'll
people
take one.
and 4 healing
I'll
potions.
take
so,
one in case anybody
one
needs
person
it.
is,
There's only 4 of us up here.
how do you say it in common? Is fucked. Yes, that
this
is
is very
correct.
fact.
I'm not very strong though, so
that?
beware.
Oh, perfect.
Oh my darling.
Wait, so you took the gray goo?
I did take a gray goo.
Fantastic. You're gonna love it. I swear. It's gonna be a great time.
Yeah.
Everybody's gonna have a good time. Okay. Is there anything else you guys need from here?
No.
Unless you have something
Oh,
very
I need
fancy.
just like the regular like kit, like some rations and all that.
You don't have rations.
My background didn't come with that.
Yes, the standard kit for the guild members,
Yeah.
the adventurers.
Yeah, it's just a dungeon. A dungeon
Yeah,
is.
you always give me one, and then I don't really have a lot of room in my quarters.
Well, it does come with a backpack.
I know I have, but my backpack's full of books. So I
The same one that I gave to you.
yeah, you give me rations, and then I eat them, and then I need to get more.
That's how it happens like that sometimes.
So I just need some more rations.
Well,
Seems rational.
how many would you like?
Well, the Umber Ruins are about like a half-day travel south, and I don't know how long we're gonna be out there. So let's say 4 days, just to be safe.
That's a good amount. The Umber Ruins. Is that where you're going?
Well, yeah, there isn't a scale on this map, so I'm just kind of.
Cartographers out that day. I believe it's actually 2 days. So.
Oh, then how about we double that? How about
All right.
8 days?
So you need 8. All right, here you go. And he hands over the rations and actually hands you the whole kit, the guild's kit, which is just a Dungeoneer's.
So you've got some MREs in there.
MREs, they're money.
Here's a ham.
You'll
It's
love
good. Some people also feel good about the spaghetti.
Just a big box of pasta.
This is what I've heard. While we're asking for things, you don't happen to have any sharper blades for such a glaive. Like a basic,
Let me look.
maybe a
what I
little
have
bit of
here.
magic. I'm not looking for much, but you know. You don't ask, you don't get, yeah?
True. I don't have any magical items currently, and it's a bit odd since I sell mostly magical items here.
Yes. That's all.
It's
Yes.
out of stock, you know how it goes.
Understood.
But we have an axe with +1.
I am quite partial to the glaive, unfortunately. It is the bulk of my training.
I had a feeling that
Yeah.
you'd say that. Well, it doesn't matter. This axe is going to the trash.
I mean,
Nobody wants this +1 axe.
If you all finish here, though, it'll
I mean, I'll take it. I'll just carry it. I think Nox just ran
just gonna
out.
carry a random axe around. Quite a tough one you are.
it's very generous. You can give it as a random acts of kindness.
I think that's the name now. So random axe. That's the name for that one.
I just think like I'm just worried about Nox. Like he ran off without thinking, and like I shouldn't reward that, but I don't want him to be like ill-equipped.
And if he's dead, then I get the axe. I understand perfectly.
It works out for everyone.
There we go. So yes, the X.
And he hands you over the random axe. of
So
kindness.
while they are taking it down, I intercept the X because I can carry the X.
Ah, perfect.
I cannot carry the axe.
It was, yeah.
I was
Sure, I saw Alize kind of doing like the check grab where you don't really mean it. For the X.
I was gonna use the axe as like a walking stick.
Is that? Yes, you were.
Yeah, it's like a walking axe. I like it. It's where it's at.
Excellent.
Puns are amazing. Well, if you're all done here, then it'll be roughly 4,000 gold. Unless, of course, the guild's taking care of it.
The guild is taking care of it.
Make sure you inform Phaedra so she doesn't get mad at me again. You remember last time, Garland?
Yeah,
was not here.
And
He was not here.
Of course, our esteemed
Middle
leader
likes to talk to
will
Garland.
inform her of the bill.
oh yes,
Then we will meet you out front as soon as you're done. I will start to get the packs together.
So Middlebeck hands you this sheet, kind of pushes it forward. It's just like a standard guild kind of average item sheet that you're
I
expending.
am just going to.
I owe you.
Just I'm gonna sign my signature, and I'm gonna leave that blank spot for her to sign. I'm just gonna slide it under her door.
I look to Dorlando and Zentress. Now, we have to go. We have to go now. Now's the time since we go.
Be back in a few days. Hope see you soon. Just
You don't hear anything, but as you're walking away, you just kind of. And then. Yeah. So you guys making your way towards the ruins. So I don't know if everybody saw the bounty on there, but it should have everything.
Oh, okay. You guys
Maybe
wanna check it out.
one of you can hold it up to the camera and see if maybe they can see it. I don't know. I'm not sure. Okay.
What's gonna be backwards, isn't it? Yeah.
Well, so just put. I think that's the one.
Yeah. All right. So is everybody leaving to go on this adventure?
Yeah,
I better meet up with people.
Yes. So I will.
Are you grabbing Garland on the way?
I
So I
actually do
run-
have to hand off the potion. So.
Okay.
I
So
will
yeah,
come back
I
up.
guess I'm waiting. Maybe I'm waiting downstairs when y'all are leaving, or I don't know.
So, my friend, we are about to take off. So I found you this.
Oh.
It is something for a green dragon. So, the absinthe, and then this.
Okay.
It is a chaser, perhaps.
Oh, all right.
Yeah. Enjoy.
Huh. Random. Okay. He didn't ask about my bill for the last.
Well, we didn't say your name because we didn't want to
Okay, good. That's great. All right, so let's go.
What?
Are you coming with us?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, this will be delightful. I've never got to adventure or go out and work with the lieutenant. I've heard stories.
Lieutenant
No.
Commander, actually, but
You haven't?
Quite.
I'm
prestigious.
surprised.
yeah.
Well, I don't go on many of these bounties.
No.
Yeah, really. That's,
Don't worry, kid. I don't. I only take the easy ones. This is gonna be fun.
See, so you are easy. Good. It is good.
So as you're
I'm not difficult.
I'm on my way out. That had to be my exit.
that's good.
That's what I say as I follow.
I'm not.
So as you're leaving, you kind of see that the celebration is still kind of going. It's still very early in the morning, which doesn't make sense why everybody's getting so wasted. Rockfist is kind of passed out on the one of the tables. You can kind of see his eyes kind of half open and look at you, and as you kind of pass out of there, he's too inebriated to even do anything. Such a big man, or minotaur, and he's a lightweight. So I'm assuming you're heading towards, or are you falling down the?
Yeah, we're gonna go
It's,
south down the Garum Road. I think that's what Garum Road.
Garum Road.
Down towards, or skirting the outside of the Shadow Vale, and going down towards the Umbra Ruins.
All right. Nice. Solid choice.
So
Definitely.
We'll take
how are
some.
you guys? What kind of skills do you have? If we get into combat, what are you good at?
Lots of things. Let's see. I'm good at damage. I'm really good at blasting things before they can get very close to us. And
That's always good.
my motto is kill them fast, and they can't touch my fragile little self and
Oh, we wouldn't want
break
that.
me down.
I'm a similar idea. I don't
No,
like.
that's a solid strategy.
I don't understand. You don't You don't take the hits.
No, I'm too delicate for that.
It's all for you, Stirka. You can have it all.
More for me?
Nice breastplate, by the way.
Why, thank you, my friend. Almost as good as the ones in Breitfeld. Not quite.
Oh, well.
Let's hope we'll get there. They'll get there, eventually. They won't.
I do, however, have a little imp, though, that if I need to send him to get in the action, we can always send him on his merry way. So,
Yes.
He's adorable. And I will speak infernal at your imp and be like, "Hey guy, what's your name?"
he says that he has none. He does not speak to strangers right off the bat.
An imp has no name.
Very secretive.
Well, we'll be friends yet.
And you still have your...
Are you
said
speaking
fairy?
weasel to the imp? Because the imp does not speak weasel.
No, I was speaking imp to the imp.
Why do you speak imp?
I speak a lot of things.
A lot of dealings with imps.
Well, not as many as I've had with elves. And I talk to an elfin.
Okay. Because, oh, your accent is pretty good. That's a little spooky.
So as you make your
I read
way
a lot.
down the Garum Road, you kind of veer off to the left to start heading towards the Umber Ruins. And as you're doing this, the plainlands of Callus start to become a little bit more thicker, and the brush is starting to kind of overwhelm everyone. You kind of start having to kind of walk in a single file, and whoever wants to be in the lead. I'm assuming the barbarian. So as you kind of lead your way, and you're chopping
you're touching
down.
me now. Okay. Touching is happening.
Chopping down the brush and calming yourself.
I'm calm. I'm always calm.
Well, if I might have to touch you again for magic things to make you better. I just want to make sure you're safe.
Okay.
It's okay.
Is it?
Hopefully, I think you'll enjoy it.
Ooh.
I'm gonna make you bigger. Not that,
Pardon?
not that you're not already big, because you are. But like,
They give you like the wait, are you bullshitting me because you're roughly the same size?
but
I think.
like rock fist size.
Why does everybody want to be big? It just makes you a bigger target.
That's what I'm saying, man.
That's what I'm saying. But yes, I'm cutting through the bush.
Cutting that bush. Nice.
Your words, not mine.
So as you make your way through the bush,
Yes.
uh,
A normal Friday.
We're in kind of plains stuff you said, though, right?
yeah. So
It's like
as you
tall grass
can,
or
if you
something?
look at the map there, yeah, it's still very plain lands.
going-
The whole thing is very plain lands, and then the Shadow Vale is very obviously it's a forest.
Are we on the Garum Road?
So you are, but you're making way towards the Umber Ruins. So roughly about a day has passed right now. And so you've gotten about halfway down that road, and you're now kind of veering off to get into the wood. Or at least that's...
Yes.
Yeah.
That's the way we're going. Our esteemed leader has directed us in this direction, and therefore I am in combat with the bush.
So as you're making your way
This
through...
is the right direction, I believe. Yes.
So as you're making your way through the bush, you start to see these kind of like brilliant black monarch butterflies kind of fluttering all around, which is not a common trait. It's butterflies in general aren't very common to Callus, so that in general is kind of weird.
It's a
Kinda
broody fly
off-putting.
like you, because it's all black.
All right,
Very gut.
I check in my pack, and I have a little bit of honey. And so I dip my finger in it, and I want to try to like go out and see if I can get one of them to land on my finger.
Oh yeah, so for sure. So like 8 of them just go
Okay.
straight to your finger. Now your finger's kind of encaptured with
See,
all
you have a
these-
natural connection
Yeah.
to the goth flies.
They're,
So these goth flies.
those are. This This is weird.
Was it poisonous?
This
Was
is
it going to
good.
kill him?
This
No,
is
they're just-
this is this a good omen?
They're just not very
No, as they touch down, you kind of feel like this kind of seeping, almost coldness goes into your finger and kind of slowly starts to go down into your hand.
Okay, I shake my hand to get rid of the butterflies.
All right.
And I'm
Sounds
like,
like you're saying goodbye to your friends.
they're cute, but they got a weird vibe.
Right, for this reason, I think you would
Do I know
relate.
anything about these goth butterflies?
You know that they have been associated with certain gods' appearances.
The goths.
They can be omens of certain deities, basically.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah, but they're definitely not common to this region.
My imp goes to eat one and I smack him away.
Yeah, you do that.
Yeah.
It falls to the ground.
Yeah.
The butterfly also falls to the ground, kind of.
He's gonna throw that up, I guarantee it.
Probably.
You might want that, stomach pump for sure happening. So it's roughly been a day. You begin to kind of like I don't know if you guys are gonna make camp or anything. Be kind of
It
tired.
takes more than one day
by
to
night.
travel.
Oh yeah.
And sleep is necessary.
yeah. We should find a nice hollow, find a nice place to camp. Is anybody a good cook here?
We had cooks for
Everyone
that.
hates cooking.
Well, I know how to do like some fancy things with my rations.
Good, then you're cooking. Glad to hear.
Okay. Yeah, I can do that. I can cook.
I love how uncalm your character is, and yet your name is
What's it?
the calm.
Are you saying I'm not calm?
This is calm.
Are you saying I'm not calm?
That's not at all what I was saying. In fact,
See, I'm glad to hear.
you're probably one of the most calmest people I've
I'm
met.
exceptionally tranquil. Have you not?
So we're gonna find a nice clearing or a nice little hollow for us to camp in. I'm gonna pull out my book and take some minutes to walk the area and cast an alarm around it.
Solid choice.
To make sure we're all safe. So stay in this perimeter. If anything comes in, you're gonna hear a ding. That means we should probably attack it.
Kill it with fire.
One
Got you.
foot out of the circle.
No, not you. You're attuned to it, because I chose that. I don't know if I should have or not. So, we have some rations. I have a little bit of like seasonings. Does anybody want anything specific? I don't have a lot of options. I'm sorry.
The garam masala. Sounds good. We are on the garam road, no?
Perfect. Also, thank you for noticing
if
that
I do
it's a
that,
spice.
If I do that, will it curry your favor?
I don't understand. Could you explain to me?
No, I can't.
I'm gonna string up my hammock between two trees.
Yeah, I was gonna say. So there's the tree line is right next to you. The shadow veil is like really right next to you, and that brush is kind of like what's next to the shadow veil. So where you were kind of walking is on that Garum Road. So to the left of it is kind of where like that brush kind of gets a little bit more, and then further to the left is that whole tree line that goes in there. So you guys can either rest in the tree line or just right in there in the plains. Is that where?
That's,
Well, I've only ever seen this from the air, so I want to get the full experience. Long have I pined for the woods.
But the woods are dangerous, especially at night. I think we should stay outside of the woods tonight, and then so we have eyes on if anything comes out of the woods at us.
You don't have any faith in your powerful alarm spell?
I do.
Do you have faith in
but
I don't care. I'm gonna sleep.
But I don't. I'd rather be safe than sorry.
I have no argument with that.
Well, thank you, because I'm the leader and I say so.
Sure.
Good, then we'll make the camp, leader. Thank you.
All right, as you are you still stringing?
No, it only took a second. I pat one of the trees as I do it.
Yeah. There are sparse little kind of trees outside of the tree line, of course. So you're kind of like nestled between two of them.
Between two trees.
And then there's the camp right next to you, and this kind of brush in that little clearing.
I say a small ancient Mervalian prayer to the trees.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. The Silvas hear you.
There are Silvas in these woods?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's
set up camp and I start cooking, and I'm gonna send my weasel Arten to go just like lay right next to Sturka's head and just like be gassy.
That's very specific.
So this little weasel curls up right next to you, and you can hear tiny little just right in your ear.
I lean over and I just bring the weasel right against my face. And I nuzzle into it a little bit, but I'm still too asleep. And so the butthole is right up by my nose. But I'm asleep, so I do not notice.
It's
right
nesting.
there. My dreams are very strange right now.
You have a brown starfish getting real close.
It is dangerous in a sort that is far beyond the normal peril of Dungeons and Dragons.
There's just like a huge, like, if you could imagine that there's this gas of green smoke just right around
Oh
your
yes,
face.
it is the weasel has one spell. It is the stinking cloud.
Yes.
And he's just
master
spamming
at
the
it.
spell.
Just spamming
Incessantly,
it the whole
without
time.
cess.
It's a cantrip for them.
Yeah.
I was about to say that. So
for resting, can I try to identify that the potion I've been given is a potion of green dragon control? Can I just give a little a brief nosing?
Yeah, you can definitely do that.
All right.
You want to smell it?
Yeah.
So as you,
I don't want to use it, but I want to figure out what it is.
Just use it right now. So as you pop it open, it kind of smells sour, and it's again,
ooh, swampy.
Yeah, it's a very, very pungent smell. Other than that, I mean,
chlorine. I'm getting some chlorine here.
So I see him doing this, and I'm like, hey. So I also got this like gray goo of weirdness.
Oh, sick.
Like you weren't there, man, but like smell this and tell me what you think this is.
Well, mine I think is clearly intended to be drunk.
I can
But yours, what do you do? Is it like a face mask you put on before you go to sleep or
it's just
something?
like a gray goo. It's kind of
identify.
metallic, and you can see like looks like it's almost alive. It's kind of moving.
I can identify it if you want.
Can you?
Yeah. I pull out my book, and I pull out not the other. I pull out a different pearl and an owl feather, and I cast. I go through the ritual motions to cast identify. So I got my pearl, my wand. It takes like 10 minutes.
This will be worth it.
Ritual casting, and so I cast identify.
Yeah, I promise it's gonna be amazing.
So I cast identify on
We ain't getting
the gray ooze.
Gray ooze.
I don't know what it is. What is it?
I'll tell you.
Oh.
So,
Is it mimetic
what you have now?
polyalloy?
What?
Oh, you have grey
Is it
goose.
mimetic polyalloy?
yes.
Liquid metal?
Yes.
We have the absinthe and we have the grey goose.
Yes, yes, we do.
Perfect.
The grey goose.
From your your identification spell is kind of went, and you know that it's actually a levitation type of potion, but it has 5 uses, and this gray goo can be kind of ripped off and put onto people, and that part, whatever that kind of like is spread on, will levitate. So it doesn't work exactly the way that you'd like, where it'd levitate the whole person, but it actually just levitates like that item. So if you put it here, you can just like Superman up that way. But
Okay.
you might have to go that way to get back to you.
It's a floaty potion.
Flubber.
It just makes floats. It's flubber.
It's flubber.
It's a metallic version of flubber. Exactly.
Good to know. And I said thank you very much. Stash it back away.
So
You look over and Styrka and the weasel are sprawled in the exact same manner.
oh, perfect.
So,
They're just twinsies.
This ritual you did, it's great. Is it still ongoing? Can you tell me exactly what this does too?
I
As part of it?
just have to do it. Okay, I can do it again.
A whole other 10 minutes?
Yes. It's a whole other time.
Oh,
It's okay. I
all
don't
right.
I don't mind.
I'm sitting waiting in my hammock smoking a thin cigar.
Perfect. So as you're preparing, and about halfway through, you hear this like kind of loud screech in the sky, just right above you. Just, and you're like, oh, this is scary. That's what you think. You're scared. You can't really see exactly what it is, but it seems to be, at least from I think you actually see it. You're still like chilling, sleeping. And
no, I'm awake. I'm waiting for him to.
Oh, you're awake. So then all four of you see this.
I was startled by the screech, but I
does the screech
don't know what's going on
awaken you? Okay, so that screech is right above you, and it kind of like you see the silhouette of a dragon kind of pass by the moon, kind of circle above you. It seems to have taken notice to you, but it hasn't really done anything yet. It's kind of circling around, roughly about 100 feet above you.
Leader?
Yeah, get ready.
What do you do?
Everyone get prepared. I pull out a strip of leather and I bite it in my teeth and twist it and then rub it across my chest and cast mage armor.
The armor kind of envelops your body.
I'm gonna prep my musket.
Musket prepped.
Musket prepped. Let me see if I want to cast a spell too here. I don't know if I need to prep any spells. Oh yeah, I can. Oh, actually, that only lasts a round anyway, so I gotta wait. I'm good. I'm just waiting.
Waiting for the things? Is everybody...
Is this about to get up into our business directly?
I don't know.
We're going to find out.
We are going to find out.
And then it just passes you. Everybody gets ready.
I mean,
Could happen. Could happen.
This thing happen?
It's a dragon.
There's a
dragon.
It's noticing us.
Yeah, it's right now. It's just circling, and kind of you can hear the random screeches as
it
kind of circles around you.
Okay.
I'm getting up. I'm getting my glaive, and I am very clearly like a cranky, overtired toddler, having been woken up from my nap.
I apologize, but I'm gonna touch you, and I'm gonna pull out some iron powder, and like move it around, and then my hand glows, and touch you for a second, and you get swole. You get
real swole.
You get real swole.
I cast enlarge.
Oh wow!
Yeah, so you get like 2 sizes bigger than what you are here.
Does your heart grow 3 sizes though?
No.
Absolutely.
Heart actually gets 3 sizes small. Skin turns yellow. It's, I mean,
I have cardiomyopathy. But yeah, if you can give me the spell info for that, that'd be great.
Yep.
Yes. And,
so as all of you kind of prepare and get ready, you can see the dragon is slowly getting lower and lower and lower until finally the final rotation kind of smashes down into the ground, and it's like massive wings kind of make all the brush kind of flow or push back.
What color is it?
It's copper. Yeah. So it's a brilliant. Yeah, I guess you can see from the moonlight. Actually, you can see that brilliant kind of copper skin color. It's when the wind pushes back the brush, you faintly see 2 pairs of legs, like 4 legs, so 2 pairs of legs, 2 pairs of legs quickly dip off into the shadow veil from the east of you.
We got to scout. We got to follow that. Anybody who's not interested in dragon fighting, go follow that person.
Can I send my imp after him to like go track him?
You can definitely do that.
We'll do that.
So I'm gonna need you.
people have been touching me. I've been woken from my nap. I would like to rage!
Hell yeah. Definitely rage.
So you
want us to roll initiative now?
Yes.
Lovely.
Oh, that's nice. Advantage on strength checks and strength saving throws.
Yeah.
You do an extra d4.
Plus 1d4. Got it. Oops.
Damn.
And you are large.
I'm a swallow.
What did everybody roll?
Yeah, you might have a bonus too
Okay.
to your initiative.
Let's go from Kevin down.
7 initiative? Holy shit.
Let's go from Darlin.
That's crazy.
Darlando.
I got 8 and -1 initiative, so 7.
You got 7?
Yeah.
All right. And then
18 plus 7.
18 plus 7?
25.
Very good.
I'm terrible, man.
I'm 11.
11?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What was your character's name again?
Zentris.
Zentris. 25. Garland is 11, right?
Like Ventress, but not from Star Wars.
Dirty 20.
30, 20.
Very cool character.
The best.
And how do you say your character's name again?
Elize.
Elize. I always get that wrong for some reason. I keep thinking it's Eliza for some reason. Elize.
And 14.
14.
For me. Thank you.
All right. So first is Zentress. What would you like to do?
All right, so let's see. I'm gonna put a hex on him if I can.
You can definitely try.
All right. What am I rolling here?
It's nothing. You just use a bonus action, and it's hexed. You get to choose one of its stats that it will have disadvantage on checks using that. So probably strength in case it wants to like grapple us.
Cool.
So it has disadvantage on those checks, and then any damage you deal to it while hex is up, you deal an extra d6 damage.
Sweet. Yeah, let's take a strength down.
Yeah.
Fine.
And you can still...
And you can still attack. You
hit
can
him.
still use Eldritch Blast after that.
That is exactly what I'm gonna do.
Yeah. Blast ass.
All right.
You're rolling 2 different d20s because you're level where you cast 2 of them.
Okay.
And then each one tries to hit separately, and if they hit, then it's a d10 plus a d6 plus your charisma modifier.
Oh, crit in there.
17 and 20.
Yeah,
Those
for
are both
sure,
hit.
for sure hits.
And then, and then, sorry, which one?
So the 17, you're rolling a d10
Okay.
plus a d6,
My little 10s. Here we go.
There you go.
and then add your charisma modifier.
Which,
I'll find it. Hold on. I know what I'm doing. No one judge me.
guessing it's impossible.
Wait. Oh.
Top one.
I have an intuition.
No. Technical difficulties.
D&D Beyond.
Yeah. All right.
Plus 3 is your charisma modifier.
All right. So I got a 3,
That's the 13.
13.
So plus
and
3,
then
16 from the first
16
round.
damage
And
on the not crit.
And then the crit, you want to roll that, and you want to add another d10 and another d6.
Heck yes.
And you add 6 to that, right?
No, you had only one.
No, you don't double
modifier,
the...
the modifier doesn't double.
Yeah.
Okay.
Double the dice and then
Yeah.
parentheses.
21 on the die, and
So
then
24. So a total of 40 damage.
Holy shit.
That's a good way to start us off, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so you
Fucking
fired
legit.
2 Eldritch Blasts, right?
yes.
So your hands kind of. What do you say actually? What do you do?
I just kind of like huff and like roll my eyes. I'm like, ugh, but you know, excuse to kill things and just like go ham.
Awesome. This beam of like crackling yellow energy shoots forward and smashes into the chest of this giant dragon. And you can see it kind of burn and scar the chest that it is. And so it hits for 40 damage. You know that already, though. And so the next person, it was amazing, and we loved it, and I loved it. It was great. It was good times.
So good.
And Elize, you are next.
You said it's a copper dragon?
Yes.
That means it's lightning or something like that. Okay, so fireworks. I will cast Scorching Ray at the regular 2nd level slot. So that's 3 rays. That is a crit. That is
fucking hell.
and then it's a 21 on the other die to hit, and then I'm thinking the 9 misses. But does 21 hit?
21 for sure.
Okay, so the not
No,
crit
fail.
does 9 damage, and then the crit does
More.
13. So 22 total.
Okay. And what was it? You're doing a scorching
Ray.
Scorching ray. So this. So what do you? How would you like to describe it?
Elize makes a symbol, like a gesture with their hand, and then pulls their wand out, and like and 3 different rays fire off,
Yeah.
and the first one just kind of arcs off and like trying to get my bearings, but then the second one hits, and then the third one just like arcs in and like hits right in between the eyes.
Oh,
like just
Perfect.
just fire.
So so the second one that hits smashes on its shoulder, and you do the same thing. It just kind of scorches, and you see it definitely. It's hurting. You can see the whole front half of it kind of it gets like knocked down, and he picks it back up, and as soon as he picks his head back up, it smashes right in between the eyes with that scorching ray, and it kind of just ignites over his face.
And then I'm going to use my move action to like get away, just in case
And then
he tries to
run.
breathe at me.
I GTFO as a reaction.
All right, and then rage on.
I just wanted a nap, and I'm going to run up to it, and I'm going to attack it with my glaive.
Fantastic, I love it.
That is 13.
13? No, that does not.
Okay. I am. The fact that I whiff pisses me off,
Yeah.
and I just recklessly attack on the second one. 18.
That hits.
There we go. That's better. Yeah. Let's see, 8, 16, 20 damage.
20.
Yeah. And once more I will hit it with the back of the polearm.
Ah, nice.
That's good. 24. And that would be 2d4. For another 8 plus another 6 is 12
12.
on the third hit.
All right. So you did 1.
Whiff, hit, hit.
All right, perfect. And the
Screaming about my nap.
You're screaming about that. You smash into the neck of this dragon. Your glaive kind of slices open the tendons. You can see the bone and the muscle kind of tearing apart. The blood kind of spurts out and smashes you and kind of drenches you in this dragon blood. And so as it reels back, its head kind of like lowers down next to you, and as you go to hit it with the back of the polearm, it smashes straight into its left eye. So now you just completely eradicated that left eye. It's kind of stuck now in the back of your glaive. Yeah, this thing is hurting. It's gushing blood now from here. You can see that it's kind of limping. It's not loving life. With that being said, it's the dragon's turn. It's gonna fly away and hate everybody. No, that's
That's what I would do. If I was a dragon, I'd be like, okay, I made a mistake.
Yeah, these people are too tough. So the dragon starts to kind of like breathe in deep, and you kind of see this like kind of bright red kind of glow going on inside of it. Or not green. We'll go with green glow. Bright green glow inside of it, and kind of you can see it kind of like pulsate into its neck, and finally come out here, and you can shoot this giant cone of acid straight towards all of you. So everybody should make a DC 14 saving.
Am I close enough that I have to make that?
How far away are you?
I ran
actually?
away.
How far did you run away?
30 feet is my movement because I couldn't dash. So
One
you
would
are
assume that you'd be at most
still in it?
60 feet
No,
away
you
because
were-
you'd be using your full movement, and I had to use my full movement to get to it.
I had to use an action
Okay.
to cast Scorching Ray, so I only moved 30 feet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like you can be a maximum of 60
yeah.
feet away if I could get to it.
Yeah, but
Just 70 because I have reach. But yeah.
Yeah.
But the rest of us are all.
I'm not.
We haven't had a
Yeah,
chance
it's
to do
a
the
40-foot like length that this kind of takes in.
so,
Alright.
so yes or no?
You're excluded out of that.
Okay.
Cool.
I failed.
Oh, wow.
Pretty sure I failed.
It's okay. This thing is so terrible.
I have
Did you?
yeah, 5.
5? So quiet over there.
I'm
Never hear you.
right in the cone.
Right in the cone.
Wait, what is this? Do I have any?
Dex saving throw.
Dex.
Yeah,
So plus
you could-
2.
yeah.
So 19 plus 2, so 21.
21.
You made it.
I also succeed because I'm close enough.
Yeah, you're.
Duck
Yeah, I was
ability.
gonna say you're actually not even in the line.
Oh, but fuck, I made the save anyway.
Yeah. That's
So
mine.
double fuck you, dragon lady.
I'm supposed to roll for this too, right? I'm a great DM, guys.
Oh,
you
no,
just finished
that
your
one's a
damage.
save.
That's
If
what.
it's
Okay,
an
that's what I
attack,
thought. That's
then
what I thought. I was
No,
like,
you good.
wait
You
a
good, Sam.
minute. Cool. So you had how much?
5.
5. Sick. You had 21. Garland.
I failed. I only got an 11
11.
on my save.
And then you're not in distance, and you're too close for it to even bother you, because you're just covered in blood. So you nimbly kind of avoid this whole like acid breath going straight to you. You just easily duck out of the way with your snake-like reflexes. You two, though, you take taking 40 damage.
40?
Yeah.
I'm unconscious.
Yeah,
Sick.
I'm dead.
that is
Nice.
Halitosis.
was fuck ton.
This is what I was waiting for. I was like, I'm curious how this is gonna play out.
Yeah, yeah. So was that the save versus hef?
That was
Save versus none. I know I'm outside the cone.
fails.
So the
Oh
person
no,
who
yeah. So
saved,
yeah, you would
take
get half. That's my bad. I appreciate you.
I'm an asshole.
Thank you. I
But,
appreciate you.
I try to be an honorable asshole.
So yeah, you take 20, and then you both take 40.
Fuck.
Damn, it was your turn too, girl.
So guess what? Make a death save. Yay! Crit it. Wake up.
So how much did that take from you? Actually, I could just look at it right now, I guess.
Wait. What do I want?
took
You're now 20
you took 20 damage,
HP
so
down.
you're 18.
I'm trying to find where my health points are on this little app
Don't
thing.
worry, I just did it for
Tap your hit points. If you tap the hit points, you can
Already-
put in the amount of damage.
I think
Okay.
it should.
And what was
already
it?
be there.
Sorry.
20.
20.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, apply changes.
Okay.
Sweet.
She should have 18, correct?
Yep.
So it's my turn. Do I just make my first death save?
Yeah, that's how we're doing it.
All right, I critted, so I get 2 successes.
Oh, then
No,
yeah.
you come back up
You're
with
back
one.
up.
Oh, you just pop right back up?
Yeah, you're amazing.
Yeah.
All right.
So
You
you
have
should
one-
still actually
So
have
I-
a bonus
I-
action.
Yeah,
You get
I
the
shake
one
all
hit
this.
And
What's that?
you get 1 hit point,
Okay,
and then
so
you have it's your turn. You have a bonus.
Yeah.
okay,
Where's the death save at the end of your turn?
It's at the
so
beginning of your turn.
Oh, there you go. So yeah, your turn.
let's see. You're quite early in the initiative, aren't you? So you'll
Yeah,
be going
she's
again
at the top.
soon. All right, so yeah, I come off and my coat is I'm just dripping with this acid that I'm smoking, and I go and I start telling her a story about this is actually not the first time that this has happened to me.
I love that you have
You know.
enough time to wake up from death and be like, hey.
Well, no, it's bardic inspiration.
Oh, I got you.
It's a bonus action. So I tell a short funny story, and now you have bardic inspiration, which you can spend on.
What's your
You're
inspiration die
inspired.
at this level?
It's only D6, I think. Let me.
Hey, D6 ain't none.
Yeah.
It's D6, in fact.
Let's see.
Is that another D6? Excellent.
Yeah, so you can add
Yeah.
that to an attack or a save or
Yeah.
a check.
And you can add it after you see the roll, even.
Yeah.
Like if you
Before
roll
you find out
badly,
if
you
it
can say,
passes.
okay, I want to use
Yes.
my bardic inspiration and add it to that. It's actually D8. I'm sorry.
Oh,
at this
hey,
point.
hot date.
Yeah. Hot date.
Well, thank you very
Cool.
much, sir.
So now we're down to Darlando, yeah?
Yes, we are.
You roll death save.
Yeah. Nope. 3.
Don't you keep going until
No.
Once per round.
Once per round? Okay.
Yeah. Well,
Alright.
well, I mean, there are things that can make him have to take additional ones,
Okay. That's
Which won't happen,
which is not going to
because
happen.
everything's going to be fine.
all right.
Yeah.
So I'll take a rest for a bit.
So Zentris, you are the next in line for this. So
I attack it again.
Light it up.
I
Alright.
hex it and I take away its strength.
Well, it's already
It's
Yes.
already
It's
hexed.
Still
Yeah.
hex still? Oh, I
Oh,
see that.
You need to make a
No,
concentration
roll a
check.
d20.
Okay,
Yeah.
alright.
Oh yeah, the concentration save. Huh?
Yeah, because hex is a concentration spell.
Yeah, you got it. Just
We'll
make
see
sure.
if it dropped and you got hit.
And add your constitution modifier. Your constitution saving throw.
Which one is that?
You look on your abilities.
Okay.
And then you look under saving throws. Scroll up a bit. Or, I mean,
It's right
down.
there.
I'm sorry. I'm
Saving
terrible with
throws, there we
directions.
go.
You have a +2 to your con save.
Okay.
Okay, so add that to the d20, and if it's
You rolled a d20 just now, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And what'd you get on that?
3.
Okay, so yeah.
okay, yeah.
So
So that spell did fail.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
went wildly. to the
Shockingly,
right
getting
side.
covered in acid broke your concentration somehow.
Yeah.
So-
You know,
So you could cast it again if you
I
wanted.
hate it when that happens.
Yeah.
Yeah, I will cast Hex again and take away its strength again.
On the already. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because you filled the concentration.
Yeah.
My bad. You
And then-
right.
And then you can
You
roll,
right.
roll to attack again twice.
Okay.
And it is hexed.
So 2 at the time? Same time?
Yeah, why not?
Let's see. I got a 1 and a 12.
The 12 might hit. Because I don't know
The
what
one
your-
I think
your-
probably will not.
And the 12 would be an 18 to hit.
Yeah, which hits because mine hit.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool beans.
So D10
Yes.
plus D6.
The coolest of beans. Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
D10, not a D8.
Nobody saw that. It didn't happen. All right. We got 8, and then what?
Plus 3 more.
Okay.
8 plus 3, yeah.
So 11.
11.
11 damage into your face.
And you're doing the Eldritch Blast again,
Yes.
is it?
Yes.
Did you?
Did you miss on one of those?
Yes.
On the
Yes.
one? Oh, yeah.
That
first
often
one.
happens on them.
Yeah.
Things don't go well.
Yeah.
So
Well, naturally
again,
bad.
one of them
Sorry,
kind
it's like
of. I
covered
guess
in
you
acid.
And
can
then you have a...
tell me what you do.
I just like I look at it and I'm like, man, we can like totally finish this thing off. It's almost done, and I like
almost
it's almost done. It's melting in front of it, and
Feel it.
I tried my hardest to like muster up what's inside of me after being nervous that I just got acid shot at me, and I just give it everything I've got, and I
It's reasonable.
blast freely in the general direction of the dragon.
All right, as you blast freely in the general direction, again, those blasts kind of electric yellow kind of shoots forward, smashes again. This time it smashes into the neck, kind of tears that wound already a little bit wider, and you can see it kind of cauterize the wound as well at the same time. The last Eldritch, or the last blast that you had, smashes again into its right breastplate. You're just messing up this chest like crazy. It kind of falters, and you can see it kind of like buckle on its forearms. I think it's the right word for that. And it kind of pushes itself back up and tries to like regain its stature. This would be
2d4. 1d4 for enlarge.
Let's see.
Elise.
How's it looking? Not good?
Looking real rough.
Okay. Well, we're about to go to
Vikings,
sleep.
Vikings.
We're about to go to sleep anyways.
Nice.
Yeah,
So-
yeah, blow your load.
I will aim a little bit past it and just pull out, reach into my pocket, pull out a little bit of bat guano and sulfur, mix them together, and whoosh, and this little tiny bead goes right over the head of the dragon, and then
You missed. Oh,
fireball.
you didn't miss.
Brilliant explosion. just
You
happens
might be
behind it.
within the radius, but I have sculpt spells, so it doesn't hurt you anyways.
Good.
So let's make a dex
That
save.
is-
Dex save for half.
What's your DC?
DC's 15.
Yeah, it failed so hard.
Beautiful. 8d6 of damage into your face.
I mean, I didn't expect it to survive.
Yes.
Oh yes.
I mean, this is Poison playing D&D, so there are fat stacks of d6
Oh, yeah.
that must contractually happen.
Oh yeah, I saw your
much
character
was that?
sheet before this,
that's
and I was like,
27.
"Ooh." What?
27 fire damage.
Oh yeah. So how would you like?
I got that kill. I'm sorry, I took it from you.
Snap.
So this explosion kind of happens right behind it, on like the base of the neck. Kind of, you can see that kind of gets scorched, and as you kind of wondering, it kind of like doesn't really falter. It kind of just stands there and kind of stares straight at you. But as you notice, it kind of looks like its eyes are lifeless, and the head just kind of flops off. And so now you can see that your explosion kind of help that wound all the way, cut its head completely off, and it just falls right in front of you, actually. And the body kind of falls to the left and kind of cradles you. The left forearm is kind of hugging you around.
I'm going to vault over it because I heard from my friend that something ran off into the forest, and then I could kill that. Because I'm not going to win my count against Noxie if I don't kill things.
All right.
So I'm going to run off into the forest after this thing.
Bad dragon.
Bad dragon. It is dead, no longer here. So you're running off into the woods?
Yes, after the things that were off into the woods.
Did you see which way it went?
Did I?
Not really.
No, you
What? Did
Then I'm aimlessly running and I'm fine.
You just saw the legs and it was just
Oh, wait, I did see it left.
That was it.
Yeah.
I
So
sent
the
my
trash.
imp after it. Is there a way that we can
that's
figure
right.
out where?
Follow the imp droppings.
You follow the
Yeah.
We still have a guy
I will scream and beat
conscious.
I'm gonna take care of that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're running into the woods, or
Yes.
you're still doing that? All right,
Yes.
sick.
Full speed.
I'm following after Sturka. Sturka! We shouldn't go into the woods at dark. It's very dangerous.
I'm almost there. I'm going to get it. I'm going to kill it.
Yes.
And I just cast light at the end of my wand, just like Lumos. And I'm just like...
As soon as you do that, actually, you can kind of see several different eyes light up and then quickly disappear.
Oh shit!
Yeah, the woods are alive with many things.
Sturka!
So you're in the woods now, correct?
Yes.
You're in there. So when you kind of enter into the woods, the feeling in itself is extremely different than literally right outside. You can feel the magic kind of pulsating inside the air.
It makes me angrier. I'm still within my rage.
Yeah, yeah. So you kind of you can just feel this kind of like magic flowing kind of within you, but not really doing anything particular. Did you? You went inside?
I am following I'm not as fast as Sturka.
No, you're fast.
And so I'm just following at a regular pace, being like, Sturka, we shouldn't go into the woods at night. It's very dangerous.
So you're just like, as soon as you enter into once you pass that tree line, you feel yourself almost like your magical abilities are enhanced now. And so anytime you're inside or near Sylva's woods or trees, you get 1d6 added, which is too much for you, I feel like. But you get 1d6 added to
Like, but I don't make the rules. Oh wait, I do.
1d6 you say.
I'm going to keep exactly how I planned it because I'm just going to make tougher things for you guys, which I'm finding out must be a thing that needs to happen.
I mean, you did knock two people down in one hit.
Two people
I
out.
think you're doing all right.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
So are we breaking here?
Oh yeah. So you're running into the woods, chasing after this unknown assailant, or unknown person.
Unknown thing I'm going to
You
kill.
don't really know. You just entered into the shadow veil, and you kind of feel yourself kind of grow stronger just from being inside the woods itself. And then what are you three doing?
Can I?
Unconscious.
Oh yeah, you're still knocked out.
Well, that's the thing. I wanna
You
use
guys left me
my.
behind.
Everybody's
job.
Everybody's going everywhere.
Well, no, I'm still there, and I whisper to my magic flare gun again, and I point it at his body and fire. And
Oh, fantastic!
let's see. So I'm using healing word as a level 3 spell slot.
Okay.
So you pop back up with 13 hit points.
Thank you.
Awesome. What do you do, Darlando?
And then I want to go in pursuit of
Everybody's just
Elize. and
I've already
Sturka.
folled them in after my imp anyway.
so everyone is just chasing.
Yeah, we can take our break there.
Fantastic. Are you taking? Are you
I'm
following?
hobbling behind.
Where we got
You're
you.
hobbling.
Got you.
Wait, guys. All right, fantastic. Well, it's been interesting for the first hour and a half.
Yeah,
We'll
hit
take a
points.
10-minute break, and then we'll see you guys after this and see what happens.
It's all going so well.
All right, bye. All right, welcome back. So where we left off was actually everyone is running into the Shadowvale right now after 2 unknown people. They don't really know whether they're enemies or friends. Looks like they're going to be enemies. They're going to die regardless, apparently. All right, so let's
have hung out as a dragon.
Yeah, let's just
Sorry, not sorry.
Let's just jump back into it. So we're gonna go starting off with you. You're leading the charge. So what do you need?
I am running
Straight.
mostly like
I'll just say
in a direction
okay.
where I thought they were going. Should I make a check to see if it's the right direction?
You could definitely.
Right. Perception, survival. What are you feeling? I mean,
Yeah, let's do
yeah,
perception. You get 1?
Not quite. That's an 8. I rolled a 5 on the dice.
All I can see is that line. So I was like, oh.
Yeah. Did you roll like butts? No, not quite all the way butts.
Okay, so you're
but definitely in the upper thigh kind of area.
You're running deep into this forest. So deep that you kind of the tree line starts to kind of fade from existence. Yeah. You don't know where you're going, though.
No, but I'm really mad about it.
And I'm assuming everyone else is following you.
I'm actually I'd probably prop myself up against a tree where I think I'm relatively hidden because I have like 1 hit point right now.
Yeah, I was gonna say both of you are
Okay, but first
testing
things
left.
first. I wanna use my magic flare gun to cast sending.
Okay.
And I'm going to send it for Noxie, the other person from our squad who ran ahead. Mm-hmm. And it's like I get 25 words. Mm-hmm. So it's
like a tweet.
Noxie, Lieutenant Commander Garland, where are you? We just fought a green dragon.
So
report your position.
All you hear is Noxie, Umbra ruins, me kill. That's all he says.
All right, that was a great use. I just wanted to make sure that we're not chasing Noxie and gonna kill him.
Oh, you're definitely not to be mad about. You're definitely not chasing Noxie.
All right.
Can I
now confirm that?
Right.
Can I cast Find Familiar and like look through my little familiar's eyes and see like where he's at since he like took off after the legs?
Yeah, you can definitely do that.
Yeah, let's do that.
You don't need to cast a spell. You just do that with your familiar.
Can I? All right, let's do that. Where's he at? Where are these people?
So what you see is complete, just an utter darkness ahead of you. There's just gray. It's just gray everywhere.
Well,
the imps have dark vision.
I know, isn't it gray? It doesn't see colors.
Yeah, but imps can see in magical darkness even. Like it sees details. But
it's just that's what it is. It's just there's trees and gray. The imp didn't know where they went. That's what I was rolling for.
Gotcha.
Sturka.
I don't know what we're running about.
The imp is lost. You're running into nowhere.
I'll heal myself when I get a chance. Are we still in like initiative order?
No, this is the enemy. The enemy that was defeated. Now it's just
Hey,
you guys.
Sturka, we should go back to camp. Can you stop running, please?
Let me know when it's been about a minute.
All right, so you
because
keep
I'm
running for a
going to
minute.
keep running,
this.
and I have a 40 run speed, so
I'm gonna do something. I'm gonna yell at Sturka very sternly. Be like, Sturka, stop right now. We need to go back to camp. And I'm gonna try to intimidate you.
from a distance.
From a distance?
While I'm running and raging.
You're getting a
Let's
firm
go. This is going to be great.
How close are the rest of you to
I got
Elizabeth?
a pretty good intimidation roll.
Probably pretty close because
Roughly.
Yeah.
So when you hear them yell out for Sturka, you kind of hear these little chips. Just that's all you hear, just in the woods right now. Just kind of circling you.
Sturka.
Like, super quiet. So now it's roughly been a minute, and now you're very deep into the woods right now.
So because I am not getting anything that I can hit,
Yeah.
And you're not
I'm
small no more.
frustrated.
Yeah.
It's-
You do notice that there seems to be several different dots of eyes watching you.
Want to try something? Eh?
You're not swole no more.
Can I use it to detect magic? See if there's anything going on.
You're in a forest like made of magic.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
you can
then-
definitely detect it.
Yeah, it's all around us. It's here, guys. Guess what?
There's magic everywhere. It's amazing.
After a few minutes, I catch up to you. Light on my wand.
Yeah, I'd probably catch up with everybody as well too.
They're up there.
I'm still hobbling around.
I'm waiting to see if they want to
I
try
get you guys on the way
something.
back.
Come at me,
Sturka.
you little woodland creatures.
We should.
The princess is in another castle.
No, Sturka, we need to go back to camp.
The things ran off into the forest.
Yes, and it's gone now.
So it's going to attack us when we sleep. Unless we take it first.
Maybe.
Find it with your brain.
It's gone. It's gone.
Is that what
Lost.
your brain says?
Yes. Yes, it does, Sturka.
So as you're both talking to each other, kind of the you can you see? Wait, I think you're both humans, right?
Yeah.
Oh, then you can.
No, I've
You can hear this.
Light.
I have light.
Oh,
They
you
cast
have
light.
You have this. It's still it's still lit.
Yeah.
So it's kind of at the barrier of that light. You kind of see this giant black bear kind of slowly make its way towards you. Kind of breaks through. You can see this giant or this like leather collar around it, and then on the center is this jade little elf. Oh, not elf. Eagle. I looked at you and thought elf. Sorry.
You looked at me, you thought, oh, thank you.
Hi, Bear. You belong to somebody, don't you? This is.
So as it gets closer to you, it kind of nuzzles its nose into your like chest.
Hi.
You can talk to imps and weasels. Can you talk to bears?
I'll speak in Sylvan at it. Hi. Are you a talking bear?
It just kind of looks at you blankly.
Okay. Hello.
Do you sing to bears? Any of you magic thing people?
So how are we doing over here, folks? Are we feeling like we should go join up with the others? Deeper into the woods. You look at me and my coat is still like smoking.
Yeah, you're still smoking. It's little patches.
How's Darlando doing? Can I look at him?
Not doing so tough.
I'm pulling up the rear, trying to catch up to you guys.
He's kind of hobbling. He's just, the silent, even more silent now because of how injured.
All right, so should we pursue?
There's this bear that's nuzzling him.
Pursued by bear. Okay, I'm done.
So, hi, Bear. What do you want? Or who do you belong to?
So when you say that, it kind of like leans off and kind of points towards the tree line again, or at least where you think the tree line is.
But our camp's back there. All my stuff's back there. I'm sorry, Bear. Do you want to follow Bear?
You can do whatever you want.
Yes.
All right, Bear. Lead the way. Oh, we should wait for our friends. Actually, maybe they'll catch up. Maybe they'll be smart and they'll pack up the camp and they'll come to us. And who am I kidding? They're not very smart.
I'm already right behind them.
Yeah. I think we've all kind of ended up.
Yeah, and you say that, and then you just sort of turn around and.
Okay, yeah, I stumble out of the tree line and go, geez, there's roots everywhere.
Did any of you guys bring camp with you?
Oh, they're deep into the forest. They haven't went to the tree line yet.
Oh yeah, we were following.
Okay,
them.
that's what I thought.
Once we regrouped,
I was confused when you said tree line.
checked to make sure we didn't have one hit point, then that's when we were all getting together.
Yeah, I was gonna say, do you guys want to like maybe heal?
Well, we've been healing.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
I'm up to 8 hit points now. Thank you very much.
Oh well,
We should rest though.
So
That was here.
I'm guessing you didn't catch whatever it was that you were looking for. Not to rub it in. It's not a judgment on my part. I just need information.
No.
But we found a bear.
Oh, okay.
So you.
I mean, it is the forest, so
No, this bear
that's not
belongs
that.
to somebody. This bear. I'm gonna look at the collar and do I can I make a history
there's a bear
check?
here?
Yeah.
Oh,
Do
geez,
I
I didn't
rec-
see it.
Do I recognize the collar or anything? I'll make it. Yeah, let's see.
Actually, can I also, since I have history?
That is
I mean, the fact that it's not eating us is
natural
already
bad.
special.
natural bad.
That is one better than a natural bad. So this is definitely a collar for a bear.
Yes. That's exactly. That's
It
as
has a
much as you
stone on it
know.
too, and the strap. The strap is leather.
It has a jade
Yep, we know
eagle.
everything there is
do I
to know
recognize this,
about this bear.
This jade eagle?
You do know that there were groups of sky pirates that kind of wore that emblem.
Oh, I would know.
You
that
don't.
then.
You don't
I'm a
know.
former Sky Pirate.
That's what I was saying. You don't know if it has any resemblance to or any affiliation with those pirates. But you do know that there are the Jade Eagles. Is a
group of Sky Pirates?
group of sky pirates.
I'm going to jump to an incredible conclusion here and say that whoever owns this is a member of the Jade Eagles. Okay, the Jade Eagles.
The Sky Gods?
Yeah, Jade Eagles.
Yeah.
Bear.
Sky pirates.
I
I feel
get
a little
down.
sad I'm now not the only Sky Pirate in this forest.
Well, it's a bear, but yeah.
I get down onto the at the bear's level because the bear's on the floor, so
Yeah.
just I scrunch down just a little bit and are you a pirate bear?
And as soon as you say pirate, it kind of nuzzles and.
Not the reaction I usually get from pirates. I think
Or
that's
bears, I would hope.
Oh no, all the time. All the time it's the bears.
It's true. Most of the bears I've met have been sweet.
I mean,
It's true. It's true.
well,
So,
I look to the bear and I just say, "Take me to your leader."
oh. Fantastic. It knows. So do you guys want to follow this bear, or do you want to?
Yeah, I guess we're gonna follow the bear. This is not a bad idea at all.
Good, I'm glad you say so. You are the leader of the party.
Kid,
You are rather tired. Everyone's rather tired.
We should rest. We should go back.
Just
we gotta go pick
not
up
trying to
camp.
railroad things.
Your hammock is there.
It's been a day, and you guys just fought a dragon.
hammock.
You guys can definitely do
your
this.
stuff is there.
This stuff is a bear.
That's true, actually. Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, this is not a good idea.
Darlando and I are feeling a little...
All right.
There's a sky pirate bear.
Well,
That's
hey,
true.
Bear,
That is
you
very
wanna come hang
tempting.
out with us for a minute while we rest, and
Yeah,
then
just kind of acknowledge you and
all right, come on, Bear. We're going back to camp.
slowly lumbers with you.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
tell the bear that if we can hang out for like an hour, we'll be good. And then we'll go wherever this bear wants us to go.
Bear, we are going to rest for an hour.
It just kind of
If
looks
you hang
at
out with us, then we are going to go to your people. You will take us to your leader. But first we will rest for an hour. And, do you like the beef jerky?
As soon as you said jerky, it's like, gets down, gets like this,
Oh, the
kind of sits down. It's trained.
This is a trained bear. This is dedication by pirates. You should stick with us. Your talents are underutilized.
Oh, perfect.
Come with us. We will give you the
This
beef
bear is
jerky.
understanding you.
So we go back to camp.
The bear just knows.
I just
Okay.
Just
I have a
knows.
natural affinity.
Yeah, it follows the energy.
So when we get back to camp, I want to do Song of Rest.
okay.
So people can spend hit dice to heal. They'll get a bonus one.
So we take a short rest.
Yeah.
As soon as you get out of the forest, by the way, that D6 is.
Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah.
It's just in that forest.
Since I don't need to take a short rest, I will spend time packing up the camp for everybody. And feeding the bear beef jerky.
It loves it.
I'm developing my accord with this bear. Somehow
It's
the
becoming very fond of you.
animalistic nature speaks to me.
I will
So weird. Why that works.
use Arcane Recovery while we short rest to
You
get
get a
back
slot.
a second level spell slot and a first level spell slot.
Yeah.
So yeah, anybody who rests gets a 1d6 bonus to their healing. From
So if you're spending any hit dice to heal.
yeah, which I most definitely am.
Meanwhile, the tank is fine. Oops.
Well, you did the smart thing and not standing directly in the.
Oh yeah, I remember I have move actions.
Clearly, getting right up into a dragon's face was a good choice. Oh, actually,
I mean, I didn't have
since
the
we're
option
doing this
to
for an
move before
hour,
I rolled low initiative.
can I just make a quick survival check to try to get some stuff off of the dragon?
Yeah.
Like scales D5. I do nothing. I'm useless. Honestly, I try to go up and I'm going to focus on the work of taking care of the dragon hide and the teeth and
Yeah.
everything, but but the bear is so cute. And so I end up paying attention to the bear. And that is my natural bed.
It loves it. It loves it. It just kind of snuggles with you. And,
bear.
yeah.
I will try
Bad
to get
people
some
this
of the dragon's blood, I guess. Because that's useful.
I mean, it's drenched all over your friend, so.
Can I use a nature check for collection of stuff?
Sorbet.
Can I use nature check for collection of stuff?
Yeah.
Alright.
Oh, you just want that in base. I see.
Yeah, there we go. 19.
Wait, no, I said 1d6.
Cheesin'.
Huh?
1d6 roll.
Plus whatever hit dice you want to spend.
So when you take a short rest, you can spend up to 5. You're a sorcerer, so d6s, and each d6 you can add your Constitution modifier to, plus an extra d6 from Song of Rest, and then you can add that adds back to your hit points. So any hit points you lost, you can try to get some back.
Yeah. Like
And
I
if
spent
you do
3
it,
hit dice,
since
rolled
you're a
pretty well.
D8 as a warlock, you can spend d8s that way.
Okay. So which ones do I need to roll for that? Sorry.
These ones here.
Gotcha. This guy, and then you said a D6, right?
Yeah, from him.
Yeah, for you it's
Yeah.
a D8.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's a d6 for Song of Rest.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. She has to.
Yeah.
So I roll both?
My sweet
Yes,
lullaby
and
will
then
improve
if you want,
in future.
if you need more, you can spend extra d8s. You don't only get one of the d6 from Song of Rest, but you can so
Yeah.
you roll those.
See what
Roll
you
them,
get.
add your con modifier.
Yeah.
6 and 1.
Same.
And then your con modifier, I think, is a
+2?
+2, so that is whatever that is, +2.
Curse you technology. Yes.
Yeah.
7, 9.
I'm minus 1, so 6.
That adds to your hit points,
So now you get 9 of those 20 you lost back.
Which bring it
and you can roll
27.
another d8 if you want.
You
Which
can just put 27 in there.
There we go. Sweet. Okay. Apps technology. All right. Cool beans. And then which way? All right. What next? Sorry.
If you want to heal more to get closer to your max, you can roll another d8.
I'm gonna go ahead and do
Yep, that is not a bad idea.
5, and then do I?
5
Okay,
plus 2,
you're,
so you have
you're
another
maxed
7.
out. You're maxed out now. You're healed up.
There you
So you
go.
spent 2 hit dice.
Dope.
Cool beans. Dope.
So you can just back out of that. I
Okay.
think you can just back out of it and then go to where your hit dice
This
are.
is my mouse now. You understand this, yeah?
Oh, yeah.
This is... The pirates are not getting spare
That
back.
bear loves you.
I love this bear.
It's weird. You don't
Yeah,
have this.
you're treating
wait, I
it
thought
a
was I
lot
had
nicer
button
than the
for short
pirates
rest, but I don't know
originally
where you
had.
had
It's
that.
Allegedly,
you click
if
your
it
name
is a part of
on
that.
Oh, okay. So yeah, short
Bear
rest.
feeling the love.
And then you just take
Yes.
2 of those boxes. Ooh.
Equally, I
You
treat
can
the bear much
choose
better than the...
I noticed that.
Person.
That's why it's
You
taken
get a.
into you.
Well, you didn't use any of your non-cantrip spells, but you would have gotten a slot back as well too. I think for pact magic.
Oh, dope.
Yeah. All right. So after your arcane recovery and my sweet loot playing,
Yeah.
I play something that's not so sad this time.
Loot, great.
I mean, I love the first one.
Yeah, no, we're not doing that again.
One per session. Once for one rest.
If you want, yeah, if you want a different song next session, I can arrange that. But,
That's when that happens. And then you collected the dragon blood. What
Yeah.
are you collecting it in?
I just have some vials.
Okay. Doesn't.
I guess I can, if I have some time, like, I don't actually need hit points and things like that. I can try to get some... What are the valuable things on this dragon? that
The
would be
claws, as I'm scratching the belly. The claws, the teeth, the hide,
Okay. I'll try to get some stuff. I'll roll a nature check, you tell me.
the eyes, but I look at the butt of
Yeah,
the
that eye is
forearm.
still there, by the way.
The eye. Yeah, that was a butt.
Yeah, that was 9 for my nature check.
All right. So you.
It helps if you have strength. Oh, wrong audience.
So you, as you try to like kind of peel off the scales,
Yeah.
it just doesn't. You just like kind of like aimlessly kind of trying to get it up, but it's just not working for you.
No.
The shaking the dragon, that's a new technique.
Yes.
I have not seen it
It's
before.
the shake and roll.
Blood it is.
Blood.
Blood, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if you need a...
a wipe.
Oh my goodness.
That's touching. Okay. I didn't realize that. Touching, of course, it's touching. Okay, bear friend, come on. Are you all ready? Shall we?
Oh yeah, I'm good.
You guys sure you don't want to sleep or
Everybody
anything?
rested?
Or... No, we're gonna walk through the forest in the night. Okay.
And then
Sounds good, leader. Excellent. We will do this.
I mean, we have a bear now.
We do. We have a good bear.
And we
yes,
just
you are.
defeated a dragon. What does it take for you to get some confidence about all of this?
it's just always reluctant about everything.
We're doing good.
This is our walk and talk as we go through the forest.
Yeah.
It's,
Alright.
So are you heading towards the Umber Ruins? Or are you heading
let's
towards?
use the bear.
Isn't the bear
lead us.
leading us? Yeah.
I didn't know if that's what you wanted
Yes,
to do. I was gonna say, are you walking in there.
I
You
tell
like
the bear to take us to the former leader because we have the rapport.
Yeah, I'm thinking I'm thinking this bear is taking
Yeah.
quite a liking to you.
Yeah.
Didn't expect
Feeling
that.
is mutual.
So as you kind of follow the bear deeper into the woods, it kind of leads you in the direct opposite direction than you would expect of where the Umber Ruins that you know is. So instead of let's say the Umber Ruins is this way, you're going straight to the left. It's going straight that way.
Great.
Oh, I sent a message and talked to Noxie earlier, and they're at the Umber Ruins. So
Oh, good, he's alive. I hope he's not killing too many things.
I think he was in the middle of that.
Did you tell him to save some for me?
It was a very limited.
Cast the spell
message.
again.
Cast the spell again. You need to talk to him right now. You got unlimited day and night?
But you have something better to do. Come on.
With that spell, I don't know. Let's save it for now.
Spell cast us.
All right, so as you
I can make you swell again.
I liked that. That was awesome.
That was awesome. the touching, but the spell was good. You do that again.
All right.
Good. Not now. Later.
So, as you guys make your way deeper into the forest following this unknown bear for reasons I can't explain, you see there's
His master is going to be a sky pirate, like an airship or something.
Former master.
Oh yeah, sorry, my bad.
Thank you.
So as you kind of get further into the woods, you kind of make this clearing, and as you break the clearing, you see one kind of humanoid figure, as at least in the moonlight. Yeah, I guess you can see the colors, right? It has like an orange kind of skin color. There's a bright silver breastplate on it. You can see the jade eagle is kind of painted kind of lazily on this breastplate. There's loose trousers, and you know this to be a hobgoblin, and you can see that he seems to be talking to himself. He's, what? I don't think that. It doesn't really matter. What? God, I can't think. No, if you keep speaking to me, what do we have here? And he obviously notices you.
We have your bear.
My
Former
bear.
bear.
And then as he looks, and he's, Green, get over here! And the bear kind of just sits right next to you. And clearly does not like.
What was it? What did he call the bear?
Green.
Kareen?
Green, yeah.
Okay.
Hi. Hello. We found your bear in the woods. It found us. The bear found us.
Yes, if you could return Green, that would be fantastic.
Well, we'll talk about that. So what are you doing out here in the woods?
You're in the woods as well. I'm out here just living my life, trying to do things that I want to do, and you over here question me with everything.
Well, you got... No, we're just wondering. You're just out in the woods.
We're just being neighborly.
I mean, there's dragons out here.
There's
We
nothing
got attacked by a
here.
dragon.
So if we're gonna have Green back,
It's a
that'd
beautiful,
be fantastic.
beautiful forest.
Wait a minute, and he notices you for a split second. You seem a bit familiar. Are you silver foxes?
Yeah.
I like to find myself a little foxy. Yeah.
Silver foxes, boys. We have silver foxes here. You know, I heard there's a pretty
Wait.
penny
I look
on
around.
your
Is there...
heads, and
Who are you
we
talking
aim
to?
to collect.
Do I find a penny?
Do you see it? Yes, there's a penny right there on your face.
I was looking for this.
He said, boys, I'm looking around. Is there anybody around?
You can't. I mean, yeah, roll. You can,
Yeah, roll a 9.
That's a 5.
you notice nothing. Is it? Oh, it's nat 20. Oh, sweet.
No, it's a 5.
I know. It was a yoke.
I was just
Yeah.
learning. They're cracking.
No, I'm not yoked. They're yoked.
that is if you touch me again.
And so, once are you guys gonna do anything?
I'm looking around. I'm like, who are you talking to? I don't see anybody.
Oh, it's my crew, of course. And as he snaps his fingers, you see 8 other hobgoblins come out dressed in similar garb, and they are surrounding you. They have, there's a few of them that have bows, but most of them have melee weapons, either scimitars or axes. Yes.
This is unfortunate.
You can see Kareen now gets into a defensive posture and kind of gets closer to you and kind of
put
blocks.
my hands around Corinne.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
we're just out looking for a Mr. Ver, Diox Ver. If you had seen him, cool. You can let us know. If not, we'll be on our way.
It doesn't seem you're going to be leaving here with your heads. So if you could kindly...
Oh, we have to leave here with yours? Bitter good.
Alright, as soon as
Bitter good.
Listen,
That was my rage.
yeah, I was like, as soon as this happens...
Good.
I really want to give you a chance before you make a terrible, terrible mistake here, friend.
I know.
You really should walk away from this.
I don't think so.
That's all the cue I need. May I roll initiative, please?
Yes.
Thank you.
Roll initiative! Again, for all the combats. I just love making
Combats.
things. I love combats. Whoever's done first is
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Sweet jeez.
Same here.
What's your dex mod?
+3. Well, I have +3 initiative mod.
Fantastic. Then you will go before me.
Okay. You want the sweet buffs.
I mean, I don't not want the buffs.
What is it? The D20 plus what?
Your initiative modifier, which is +7.
So I have 20.
Everybody.
You have 20? Does everybody have 20?
No, I'm going to 18.
This is going to be an interesting game.
So that means you go, because you're like you have the highest initiative mod. So you, then me, of the dirtiest 20.
So you said it's...
And Kevin, what'd you
6.
And then Kevin's ring.
You're 6?
I'm backline again.
It's a good view.
Nice.
You'll mop up.
Yeah.
You said you got
Take care of
22?
them all.
Yeah.
I got 18.
You can,
So
you can
it's-
get the kill shots.
So-
Trish,
20,
Garland,
20,
you.
20.
18.
Elize. Darlando.
Elize.
So yeah, get all the good buffs.
If they get close, I'm just going to drop a fireball on all of us and keep you guys safe.
Use that word. Evokers are so good though. That spells gold.
Wait, so what?
Zent was
20?
first.
What's
20, 20.
all 20s?
18.
Yes.
18?
6.
6. Okay. Sick. Just making
6.
6.
And I love the beast.
Alright, I'm just gonna have the other 8 just act as 1 because
Yeah.
it's gonna take way too
Yeah,
long to
that's
do each
fine.
individual.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they are right there.
Oh, I should have played an Aarakocra Barbarian and been an Angry Bird. Next time. Next time.
Next time.
The best way to build characters is based on a pun.
So, who's in front? Is it?
Zentus is
Zentus is-
first.
Well, I meant who's in front?
Oh, I'm in front.
You're in front.
Yes.
All right. So,
Actually. Yes. The bros are cordially invited to come at me.
no,
I am right behind
they will.
I believe that.
I am right behind them.
You're right behind them.
Yes, because I am readying iron powder in my hand. To gets my swole bro.
Swole bro.
Funk swole brother right about now.
So you can see the hobgoblin grabs this great sword out, kind of starts wielding it, and
Looks
it does
mediocre
work.
to me.
It does wield it, and then turns straight towards you.
Yeah.
It fails so bad. As he runs towards you. Wait, what's your AC again?
16.
Yeah, it feels so bad.
Yeah.
So he gets extremely close.
Hits me. I'm just like,
It doesn't even hit you. It kind of like your armor just deflects it, and it just smashes into the ground, and the great sword kind of sticks right here, and it's just kind of like right in front of your face. And then
he entered My reach.
Yeah.
I get hit on him.
Oh, yeah.
Polearm Master.
Hell yeah.
That is a dirty 20 to hit.
Yeah, that's for sure. Yeah.
Good. And, 16.
16?
Yeah, a cool 16 for trying to come into within 10 feet of me. Anyone who... Yeah, so that was my reaction. So that one is spent.
I love it.
Yeah. Me too.
So you got 16 on the hit?
16 damage on that dude, yeah.
And what did you do?
That was with my glaive.
Okay.
For the temerity.
So as
trying
you-
to come near
Yeah.
my bear. No. Colleen is their own bear.
Green is their own bear. They don't treat it very nice, though.
Strong, independent bear don't need no goblin.
So where are you trying to hit?
The carotid. They always say the jugular, but the arterial spurt. It is much better. It's much
true.
better.
It's true. So as you, as his great sword is kind of stuck in the ground right there, you smash into the side of his neck, and again, it cuts deep this time, and it's almost like you can see it hit the bone, and he kind of grabs it and kind of pushes back just slightly, and you can see the gushing blood. He's hurting pretty decently. And then we're going to the wonderful Zentris.
All right, how many of these guys are there?
There is a total of 9.
9.
Including the leader. Who's about to get his head chopped off.
Let me see.
No time to die.
Rage.
I'm gonna go ahead and let's see. Hex is single target, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna cast mirror image on myself just because there's so many of them,
Solid.
and that way I'm a little harder to target. And then whichever one's closest to me, I'm gonna hit with an Eldritch Blast.
Use mirror image bonus action.
Sure love that.
What is
Like
it?
I think
everyone's
mirror
gonna
image
die.
is,
I think it's a full action.
oh, then you might not be able to do both. Yeah.
No.
Look at the spell for mirror image. Let's see if is it action.
Not entirely certain. Hold on.
Yeah, one action.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah.
But it lasts for a minute. It does not take concentration. So if you get hit, it doesn't.
Yeah.
It won't be lost. But each time a creature targets you with an attack, roll a d20. Determine whether it hits one of your or one of the duplicates.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
So you now
Yeah.
have a defensive buff up.
Yeah.
So then
Great
we
one.
move Garland.
Yep. Okay. If I want to have this leader in it, how many other are they hobgoblins? How many other hobgoblins can I include in a 20-foot cube?
Right now, you can get all of them. They're
All of them. They're all real close.
They're all real close, nice
Okay.
and tight.
So they all need to make dexterity saving throws, difficulty 14. Then,
All right.
as I fire my flare gun
Real hard.
into the
Fucking
air.
Fail. Fucking fail.
Oh yeah. So the group fails. Got nat 1.
Okay. So you just see these sparkles falling from the flare that I've sent up, and they're all
that's
coated
what
in this iridescent quality, which makes it very easy to track their movements.
All right.
So people have advantage on attacks on any of those ones that failed now.
Yeah. Every single one of them failed. So it rests on all.
We all have advantage on attacks against them.
Yeah.
Yes.
I am going to commence testing this because my friend is down for light.
Well, I've got,
Yeah, it's your bonus.
I've got well, actually, I could probably use it later in the round. I have a. Well, let's keep moving, but I have a reaction I can use.
Okay.
Basically later. So.
Do you have a bonus action?
Huh? No.
Dope.
But I have a reaction which I can use later on.
Got it.
on somebody else's.
I see what you're doing. I see you,
I'm
Lord.
gonna talk some shit.
I see you. Yeah. So now it is to me.
Yes.
All of the enemies have been lit up.
Yes. They're all brightly colored.
I'm going to cook this fucking hob in front of me
Yes.
to make him sed.
All right.
Sed boy.
Yes.
Aha! Natural 20!
Oh, yeah. All right. Let's do it.
Oh, this is good. This is really good.
It's perfect. Everyone's going to die.
Yeah, motherfucker.
Enemies.
We got some great rolls today.
Yeah, I'm noticing this. It's
this is good. That's good.
it's all good over here.
Damn heroes.
Don't worry.
Yeah, so that is 17 on the first hit.
All right.
Let's see, 21 to hit. So the 17, do I kill the little dude?
No.
Good. I will hit him again.
Good.
For another 16.
Yeah.
Oh, motherfucker.
That's straight death. -3.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Next. And I'm going to advance up a little closer to them. I'm going to whack a third one with the butt of my glaive.
Perfect.
And that is 14.
14?
Yeah.
It misses.
No, hold on. I'm gonna use my reaction for cutting words, and I just shout out some invective at the one that they just attacked. So you
Isn't
have
that to mitigate an attack against us?
I can reduce it. I can reduce it from any of their. Oh, wait, you.
I was attacking.
Oh, okay.
I
Sorry.
missed. I whiffed.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That
Yeah.
doesn't. It won't lower their AC.
Oh,
You
sorry.
yelled at them and they love it.
Yeah. So I whiff, and I think I just stick there because I've used my reaction. So I stay there. Lay down.
All right, fantastic.
Next.
So as you did, what was the 2 hits you did from there?
Into the hobgoblin
Yeah.
of Deathy Death.
Yeah, the captain one.
Or as a free action, I tell Karin
Did you?
to take it off his head.
I was like, did you go further into his neck or did you go into his
I would like to just go all the way.
all the way,
So-
chopping that off?
Yeah. You know.
You can definitely do that.
So yes, I veck from my action. I veck from the other side, and then I do the clean off. As I said.
Nice, yeah. So yeah, it cuts deep, and again, it does that. It splits open, and viscera kind of shoots out, and blood again douses. You're just doused in hobgoblin blood now. It's just kind of squirting all over you. And as you do that one last thrust or slash, it cuts off that head clean and just falls to the ground and kind of rolls. And then when you run up to the next hobgoblin, you try to smack him,
Yeah.
but you hit and it just kind of does no damage.
got my eye.
Yeah. It was intimidating then. He saw that head get ripped off and he was very scared.
Good. Right.
Do they go before me or do they go after me?
They go after you.
Okay. And they're all. You said they were. Everyone got.
Yeah, they all clumped.
Everyone's clumped.
Makes them sad.
And glowy.
Makes them sad.
Well,
And
that
glowing.
doesn't work with fireball because
No.
it doesn't alter that, but it does work with scorching ray.
But you can drop the fireball on the S's.
It could,
You just.
I mean, scorching ray. You'd roll for each ray with advantage.
but each
Yeah.
ray.
But overall, I think it's more damage to do the fireball on all of the S's.
Yeah, all the S's. I will firebolt them.
All right.
What is the DC of your dex
DC
save?
15.
Alright, they roll a DC 15 dex save. Failures.
Yeah.
Yeah!
Failed. I need to get some
Yeah.
new dice.
No, those are perfect.
I need to get Poil's
We like
dice.
We love them. We like it, we love it, we want more of it.
So they all take 24 fire damage.
Sick.
Good.
Yeah. So you just killed them all.
No!
So as uses fireballs.
Yeah, no, it's just a fireball.
Goodness gracious.
Just right. Okay. Yeah. Awesome. Yeah. So it engulfs them in flames. And they start screaming and is running around as their skin starts burning and like bubbling and boiling, and then they die. And
It still only counts as one.
Are there any of them that are kind of on death's door that I could question?
One dragon.
they're all pretty burnt alive right now.
Okay.
Burnt to
You
death.
can definitely search for things and such
Yeah.
if you'd like.
After I cast, I say to Sturka, I think that is 9 to me now.
I look at my mirror images and I'm like, oh, was there a fight going on? I was just checking my hair.
Yeah, I was gonna say your marriage is still up.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of.
Maybe we should have left one of them alive for questioning. You think?
I was
I
hoping
keep
one
the
would
head.
be alive. To be honest.
Yeah.
They're pirates. They were going to pirate. Und,
Yeah, I'm searching.
Hurt Karin.
Yeah, I'm searching their
Yeah.
whatever's
loot the
left of
ever-living
their
fuck out of them.
burnt remains
You
to
what?
see if I can learn any more
Loot
information
Loot
about like
the
why
shit.
they're here or any
Well, we
of
can
that
look
shit.
at the boss guy. He
Right.
wasn't burned.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Let's check him out.
He's just headless.
He's missing his head.
Yeah. So basically, all you find that the plate mail or the breastplate. Seems to be a bit odd. It when you touch it, it has like a weird kind of aura around it. It's I don't know.
Bad?
It's an odd aura. It doesn't really, you can't really tell whether it's good or bad. As you kind of like ruffle around in his trousers and and see what's in there, you see a small note that literally just says 10,000 gold pieces for any silver foxes. That's it.
Issued by you. By who?
That's all it is. That's all you see. It's like a ripped kind of piece of parchment.
Well, here's our problem. I show around this note.
You know actually that the silver foxes have been kind of hunted down for a while for the last couple years from Miravallia, but nobody knows it's Miravallia except for you and the few. Like Phaedra understands it, but knows that kind of giving that knowledge is kind of dangerous. Well, they don't. You don't hear nothing. You know this.
Okay.
But yeah, so you do know that there has been kind of a weird.
So yeah, there's a price on our heads, just so you know.
That's a big price.
It's a lot bigger than what we're doing today.
I go up to Garland. I put my arm on him. If I fall in battle, friend, take my head and get $10,000. 10,000 gold.
That's true friendship. Right
that's
there.
real sweet. Yeah, thank you.
It's true friendship. True friendship.
Now I go back to the looting. Also.
Are you keeping that? And I point to the hobgoblin head.
He's not a silver fox. He's merciless.
No, that is true. I thought I might have sentimental.
He's
I'm gonna
carrying it. You're like, well, Kami did it. So
I'm gonna try to identify the breastplate while we're sitting here while they're looting.
I'll see if they had a camp somewhere, and maybe some nice barding for the bear.
Yes.
So you don't know really where the breastplate is from or what it is exactly, but you do see that there's a small symbol on the inside made of blood, and there's 3 marks on the inside of it, and you know that that's the symbol of Narta, which was like a legendary warrior about 200 years ago.
Okay. Well, I'm still casting Identify on the breastplate to see what kind of magical properties it has.
Oh, there's
No magical properties?
there is not.
No, just the mark is kind of gives that weird aura thing.
Yeah, it might be cursed.
Oh, I've heard rumors of people using enchanted armor to control people. Do you think this was a good hobgoblin?
Yes, he's dead.
Before this armor led him astray?
I don't know, but we should stay away from it. I'm gonna one of the charred bodies. I just want one of them jade eagles. I'm gonna take it as a trophy.
Oh, the little they all have
jade is
they all
valuable.
have those necklaces.
Yeah.
Can we look around with me? See if we can find a camp that they all popped out of. Poof.
Yeah.
Maybe there's good stuff there.
Maybe.
Just take a look around.
Yeah.
Cool.
Let the looting begin.
Let the looting begin.
Yeah.
11.
Yeah, so you can actually.
Find a camp.
It's the moonlight's quite bright, and you can actually see kind of the direction where they went, where they came from.
Yeah.
You can see that there's kind of like they weren't exactly the smartest people. They walked in a straight line. You can just kind of see where that came from. So roughly about 200 feet, you can follow that trail to the camp.
We know they're not the smartest people. Like we gave them an out, and they still were like, "Wee."
Yeah, let's do this. Yeah, that was straight death.
So I'm about
Instantly.
to go down the way, but I turn around and I say, Karin, come with me. They're not going to trouble you anymore. See? And I kick the head again.
Yeah. You see the bear kind of come over and grab the head with its maw. Just has the head now. It's like all super happy. He's like.
Stop making me laugh.
So now this bear is just holding
Good
this
bear.
head.
Good bear. Come on, let's go to the camp and loot things. Yeah?
So you can see it just kind of gallop. It already knows the way, so it just kind of gallops.
It's perfect.
You see it galloping
bear.
with this head. This
I love this
hobgoblin
bear.
I love this bear.
in its maw.
It's a good bear.
And then what's the rest
I
of
have
you
a
like to do?
Pokemon.
I guess we're going.
Yeah, we're also interested in finding this camp,
All right.
and if Sturka can lead us to it, all the better.
All right, is that consensus? All right, then. Yeah. So you all make your way. It's only 200 feet. It's not that long. It's like a minute walk. You get to the camp. You can see that there's several little bags. That most of them have really nothing in them. Some rations. There's about 20 silver pieces. There's 1 gold piece. Not a lot to deal with. You see about 6 health potions that you've known. that are just hanging out right there.
Cool.
Very nice.
Can I take a few of those?
You can take as many as you like.
Let's distribute them evenly. We'll even save one for Noxie.
What kind of health potions are they?
Perfect. They're just lesser.
Lesser. Okay.
Yeah.
Just healing potion.
Yeah.
I give the gold to the leader over here.
1 gold.
So that is 1 gold and 25 silver. What did you say?
That's 25. Yeah.
25. Yeah.
Okay.
There you go.
The accent threw me through a loop for a second.
What accent?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, this is actually just not a bad camp spot. I mean, maybe I could have my nap now.
It is very well set up. It has a nice little fireplace. There's actual tents with bedding.
It smells like hobgoblin, but that's okay.
It does smell quite a bit like hobgoblin.
You can't watch
It's okay.
Hobgoblin.
It also smells like burnt hobgoblin. That covers the smell of the hobgoblin.
I will take some time and I'll cast alarm around the camp again.
Okay.
Make sure Karin doesn't make the ding.
Oh yeah. Cream's okay. Cream's
Good.
included.
Good. Karin's a very good bear.
The best bear.
Better than the average bear.
Smarter, too.
And then I guess we'll camp for the night. Who does anybody want to take certain watches?
I haven't found any, but I'll keep checking, see if there are any about. Oh, for the schedule.
Yeah.
I see. I understand now. It's a word with 2 meanings. Sentence. One of them means. I'll take the first watch.
So as you are getting settled, you still hear those clicks and sounds still encircling.
It's like white noise.
Yeah, it's kind of like white noise. But you do notice that the eyes do get a little bit closer and then back off, get closer, back off. Just kind of keeping their distance to you and your group.
And I will sleep.
Yep.
Are you sleeping?
I strung up my hammock.
I'm first watch,
don't
so
actually need
I'm
sleep.
snuggled
You
with
go to
Karin,
trance for
and
4
I'm
hours.
sleeping.
Yeah.
Not sleeping.
But I watch
Kareem will watch. We'll watch guard. Or we'll take watch.
Oh,
I'm in a little nest of snakes with my imp just curled up.
Yes.
oh, snake.
Good snack.
All right, so the night goes by pretty uneventful. You do continually throughout each of your watches. You do hear those clicks and the kind of walking as if something continually walks around the camp, but nothing actually kind of breaks that barrier, the alarm spell.
I'm professor.
And it's now roughly about 6 in the morning.
So we get a long
The
rest.
sun is the sun is right. I don't know how long you guys are waiting for, but the night is done and you guys have rested quite long. And the sun is now kind of rising above the canopy. You kind of see that it's poking through the trees.
Elise, are you making breakfast again?
No. You can make your own breakfast.
You said before you was a cook.
Not all the time. You can cook too.
What?
You have a bear to take care of.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
My mind's occupied.
So cook for your
I have
bear.
work.
You're the one that wanted to keep it. You have to feed it.
Yeah.
You have to walk it.
But that's what jerky is
You
for.
have to walk it.
It's a lot
First
of
you tell me not to walk, then you tell me I walk it.
it's a lot of responsibility. A pet. You gotta take care of it.
This is not a pet. Karim is their own bear.
Yeah, that's the whole reason we're here now. Is about Kareem's autonomy.
See, Garland understands.
So as you guys are speaking, the bear
I'm
doesn't,
stoked we have a bear now. That
doesn't really like notice exactly what you're talking about. It keeps hearing its name. It's like, "Roo, roo, roo." But you see that it starts digging around in your bag.
Oh, okay. All right, honey. You
And
looking for something specific?
Oh, there is the honey there, isn't there?
Oh,
Because
yeah.
the ghost flies.
Yeah, you can have that.
So as it's like digging around, you see that as it's trying to take in the honey, it also engulfs that little potion that you had.
Oh, no.
Dragon control. Except it might have been mislabeled because the bear now gets huge. It is a massive.
How big?
Yes, Jody.
It's
Like a ship?
It's like twice the size of what it originally was. So it's
So like 20 feet or something?
no, it's like roughly like if it was standing on its hind legs, probably about 12 to 13 feet tall. No, actually, no, 16 feet. My bad.
Okay.
Did the math wrong.
I'm going to jump on the bear.
Yeah.
I'm gonna very daintily see if I can get up there too. Be like, normally I wouldn't do this, but I think there's enough room for two, maybe.
That's good, Corinne.
It kind of just,
Yeah,
it's,
be
it just
cool.
kind of sits down on both. It's
Oh, you're
both legs.
such a
And just
good
lets you
bear.
guys kind of come on top of it.
This is great.
Doesn't mind at all.
I've never been able to be a skyrider because the dragons don't like me.
That's for the bear rider.
bear.
Far better.
Bear rider.
Far better.
But we could use the silver goo and make him fly. I'm just saying.
It's a giant, massive flying bear through the sky.
I mean, I feel bad already that we didn't
Right
ask before we made her big.
It did it.
How did she seem to feel about it? Did she like
she-
it?
It ate the honey with it. It just
Like,
wasn't
yeah.
paying
Oh
attention.
yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
They did it with intention.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you do notice that a lot of those black butterflies again start to kind of gather around this bear,
Shoot!
and they keep trying to land on top of the bear, and you see the bear, the skin kind of turn. I guess it's already black, so I guess you see nothing.
Yeah.
No, but I know,
It's like-
I know that their touch is weird, so I'm trying
Yeah.
to get them out of her fur and stuff.
All right, that's perfect. Good.
Stay out of my
It's working.
friend's fur.
You're keeping it.
Oh, once I understand
monarch-
that the butterflies are not to land on cream.
Yeah.
Yeah, they felt very creepy.
Oh, take me out to the ball.
So I'm assuming you're just whacking these
Well,
butterflies.
we've got to be careful we don't startle or harm Kareen also. So, but yeah, we are solving.
I would never harm Corinne.
I know.
Get back here, you butterfly!
You do see that when at the first when it was like kind of the butterflies were landing on it, kind of shakes its whole body, and you guys kind of have to hold.
Yes.
But it doesn't shake it enough that you fly off a bit. But it just kind of
Okay.
gets a little kind of crazy.
She's just
But
feeling
you do
frisky.
notice,
Yeah.
you notice that's kind of feeling the same thing that you felt when those butterflies landed
yeah.
on top of you.
I got you, Kareen. I know what it's like.
That goth,
Those creepy
goth
goth
flies.
butterflies. Too goth for me.
So now we go after Noxie?
Yes.
Yeah, let's go to the ruins.
Yeah,
So-
do you guess know where you are?
Yes, of course. That's very smart. Everything knows everything. Can I make a
Yes.
check though? I guess that'd
Of
be
course.
like a survival.
Yes.
We have no one with wisdom in the party. This is fine.
No.
11. It is statistically above average.
Yeah. You know where the tree line is. You know the way this.
Yeah, so we go to the ruins. It's a
You generally
way.
know which way it is.
that way.
Yeah. We use our common sense.
yeah.
Yeah, that way.
That way.
That way.
Over there. Over there.
We got
I have a
this.
really good
So-
feeling about this.
Centris.
So do I. Yes.
How did you sleep? Everything okay?
Everything is well. I'm ready to murder faces.
Oh. Well, that's good. And Darlando, are you feeling better?
Ready to go. Ready to be a punching bag.
Well, hopefully not. That was scary.
Well, we need two at least.
It took Stuck a hot minute to recognize that was sarcasm. I was like, I mean, if you're at...
Yeah, you do you, darling.
So maybe you do like what I do, and you stay away from combat and just shoot from a distance.
Sounds like a plan.
Do it.
I'll be right back. I'll be right back here with
Don't
you.
get hit.
Don't get hit.
The back line is fun.
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes it doesn't matter. Like when a huge
So
dragon.
you know where to
barfs all
go.
over you.
Yeah,
You
love it.
generally, yeah.
Ish.
So, is everybody jumping on the bear? Is everybody just
Oh, yeah.
watching the bear?
Oh,
Is there
yeah,
room?
we are
Then
all-
we're jumping on the bed.
It's pretty big. It's enough room for
It's big
all
bear.
of you actually.
When,
can go
when are
skiing
you gonna
on
get a
it.
chance? When are you gonna get a chance to do this again? Well, let's ride this bear.
Yeah, it's quite large.
Snake on a bear.
All right,
What's the world?
so as it
It's
gets
like
all
that.
kind
It's
of
like that gif of the snake wrapping around the honey badger, and like.
But it don't bear. Honey badger don't bear. Something.
So you guys start making your way, and the bear starts galloping, and you're kind of holding on this giant bear as it makes its way towards where you
is-
assume the Umbra ruins are.
This is.
Um,
we're moving much faster than I thought we were going to.
This is awesome.
Yeah,
So as you're
that's a word for it.
you're kind of charging forward in the forest, you do start seeing these slender little figures kind of jumping from tree to tree. They're almost completely albino with these red tiny eyes. They have a long kind of spindly tail with a little tiny like you can see their spine kind of jutting out of their back as they're kind of jumping through the trees, and you can hear those clicks coming from them as well as you're charging forward. They're about 120 feet away, so like you can't, you see them, you notice that they're aware.
They don't have little wings or anything, do they?
Zentress could get
No
at them,
wings.
but not the rest.
Yeah.
Your Eldritch Blast.
So that's where that
Oh,
comes
yeah.
from.
Sure.
I'm actually kind of glad I didn't know that's what they looked like, because I probably wouldn't have been able to sleep last night if that was the
It's
case.
terrifying.
Yeah.
Do I have the ability to
Yeah,
like
right.
fry one and knock it out of the tree and like?
You can definitely try.
Let's do it.
It's in range.
Let's do
For
it.
you and for Elizabeth.
And your endless cantrips.
Yeah.
Your endless cantrips.
Let's fry its face.
You can pick a
All
bunch
right,
of them off.
which one am I doing? D20?
Mm-hmm.
15.
Does not.
Plus is 6, so 21.
6? Oh, for sure hits. Yeah, for sure hits.
Cool.
You want to roll damage?
Nope.
D10 plus.
No. When we need damage. 7.
So
Plus
10.
7.
Yeah.
All right, so it definitely. Which way? There's about 14 right now that you can see.
Whichever one is the closest to us that like I don't have to run very far to.
Yeah, there's
The ugly one.
there's a
We're
very
on bear.
ugly
You are
one.
firing
Right.
from bear.
Rather close to you. It's roughly 80 feet
Okay.
away. So yeah. So you again with your crackling yellow energy and shoots forward and smashes onto actually not there but on one of the hind legs, and you see it come tumble and fall off while you guys are continually charging forward. When you do this, you notice that all these creatures kind of get a wider berth from all of you.
Yeah,
They're still
that'll
kind
show
of
'em.
keeping track, but they get a lot farther. As soon as they see that, they're like, "Ah!" They get the hell out of there.
Valid.
Yeah.
Are we able to run up to the one we knocked down here and see what this thing is?
We're on this bear. This bear
We have to
train is
focus.
up.
The bear's already
So the
like,
bear's
This
still
is
just
a
going
it's still
fast.
moving
It
forward.
doesn't even
You can jump off if you want.
Is it
It's up
really
to
that
you,
important?
but you're gonna be like,
to go get?
this bear's moving.
Want to know what's watching us? Want to know what these things are?
Ugly thingies. There we go.
That's a fair point. And actually, that's a good point that Ventress makes. Do we want to stop and find out
No.
what
No.
these creatures are about?
I just want to get to these
even
goddamn ruins.
I've been
the
outvoted, but
bookworm
at
doesn't
least
want
they
to
know
know.
now.
You know not to fuck with me.
No, because if we stop, then that gives them a chance to attack us.
There's
And
14 of them.
Oh, they know where we are.
And right now, I'm really.
Stop tempting me.
I'm in the lead.
Oh.
So.
But is it dead or
Yeah, you are,
maimed?
kid.
Huh?
When I hit it, is it dead or like just injured?
It's just injured. You see that the scorch mark kind of like blasts
that's
right
fishy.
there, and you can see it disappear in like the shrubbery.
Yeah. Right now, I'm in the
Pretty
lead on
neat.
kills, and I don't want.
You're not in the bed.
Yeah, you've been
That's what you
murdering
think.
everything. It's
Okay.
quite annoying.
I don't
for
have
me.
money. I'm not. It's you.
I'm like, I need to make stronger things for you.
No.
Or we kill lots of minions.
That's true. Just murder,
This is
murder
also
all the
okay.
time. So you're not
something
stopping
that's
for that,
resistant
correct?
fighting.
You just keep moving forward. All right. So as you're charging forward again, those things are kind of keeping their distance, but they're still kind of watching you. And as you kind of make your way towards, you can see these giant ruins in the distance. You can see them. It's like this huge kind of like a cathedral looking almost like Gothic era. If it makes it You can see the stained glass windows and the kind of like broken and tiered, and you see this kind of like dark elven character. So it looks completely like an elf, but with purplish dark skin kind of in that stained glass window.
May I make a history
Does it
check on that?
depict? Is it a real person or a depiction of somebody?
It's a depiction. It's just
Okay.
a stained glass window.
Do I recognize this elven character?
Maybe
21 on the history.
21? Yeah.
21.
So you know this. I mean, you know the history of the
I'm a fancy boy.
ruins. Yeah, and you know that the history of it was that it used to be a temple for Novita, which is the god of balance. And this is usually where their members would go to make homage to their god and ask for forgiveness and ask for help or whatever. It's just a kind of run-of-the-mill temple.
I'm telling all of this to Karine, so other people can hear it. But I'm telling Karine because
Karine loves
Karine
it.
needs to know all of the
Karine
stories.
knows, but he just loves
So
it.
just tell the stories.
It's like, yeah, keep telling me. They just love it when you talk. So.
I love everything about Karine.
And as you get closer, you see this to you right now is a small figure wielding this great axe. And as you get closer, you can know this to be Noxus, this half orc. As part of your squad. And you got this He hasn't given you the deal, so you'll know when you find out. You'll see soon. It's gonna be great.
So I don't recognize. Can I do a history check to identify this figure that's in the window? This dark elf.
Yes.
Yeah.
You may.
Beyond what I'm telling Kareen.
Yeah. Okay, I got a 19, I think. No, 20. Dirty 20. Oh, wait, no, it's a 19. I'm only +4 on history.
I was like, I'm gonna try as well.
So, you want to try as well?
Sure.
But I got a 19. What do I get for my 19?
I'm gonna say you know everything. So.
25.
25? All right, you're both going to know all the things.
I'm a book boy.
But I'm an elf man.
So both of you know Novita as a god. You know Novita as more of as a creation god, as a kind of like a healer and a bringer of a good harvest and all this. He is the god of balance. So anything that's out of balance, he constantly comes back and fixes things for you.
Okay.
For Marivalia.
That's Marivalia
And
belief. Okay.
so elves kind of worship this god as a good deity. You, on the other hand, know that Novita is thought to be one of the bringer of humans. That they kind of created that species, or that so the myth goes.
Because we bring balance.
Yeah, not so much.
We bring balance like Anakin did, pretty much.
But you know this to be this god that it can bring kind of like great destruction. And not too long ago, roughly about 700 years ago, Novita came to Hemladale or Velvine to bring about the Great Culling. And the 6 legendary heroes, Vesuvia Cornix being the founder of the Knights of the Silver Fox, was one of those heroes that defeated Novita. Hence why these guilds were made after then, because they wanted to kind of have a fighting force against these creatures. So that's basically.
Your gods eat the faces.
Novita is kind of a god of balance, but ultimately brings chaos everywhere he goes. Yeah, death balance.
Best kind.
So as you get further to the Umber Ruins, you see your comrade Noxus, or
Noxie.
Noxie.
Noxus is the last one.
Noxie.
He's a little diminutive,
I'm actually
but
really
we won't hold
noticing
it
that all
against
these
him.
characters sound very similar.
It's because they all went to the school of hard knocks.
Well, we were noticing earlier that we have a D'Artagnan and a Garland and a Darlando. So Darlando is kind of halfway between Garland and D'Artagnan.
I like it. I like it. And you're pretty quiet, which I usually am during most of these things, so that works out perfectly. So as you guys get further or closer to your squad mate,
being attacked.
No. So Noxie is actually standing amidst this giant battle. It looks like there's roughly about 50 cultists, or what you think to be cultists. They're kind of in that same garb. They have this kind of black and white symbol on their chest. You can, again, knowing, since you guys are living in the library pretty much, that these are the members of, or the cult of Novita, which is commonly called as Novas. That's like the fun name for them. They love it.
The leaders are the supernovas.
Yeah.
I don't
Your
even
ranks.
say anything. I just take out a little scrap of paper and I start marking down hash marks. About 50 of them.
But you can see
Because
that
I know that I've fallen behind.
kind of breathing deeply
In the
as this blood is splattered all over him. The guts and random cultists are split in half, and
Is
some
this
are
all
missing
you?
heads and stuff like that. We're actually going to end it right there.
Oh, we don't find out till next week. I'm just saying, he killed 50 cultists, but we have a bear.
Yeah.
So,
That is
Yeah.
massive right now.
Yeah.
I think the
This
bear
bear
should
is
count for a lot of
major win.
bonus points.
Yeah.
I feel like that is the real accomplishment of this mission.
Yeah.
We have a bear now.
Before this is over, we're gonna make the bear fly.
Do
We're
it.
levitating.
Yeah, gray goo.
Thank you, D'Artagnan. That was very fun.
Yeah.
Exciting first
I hope you
episode.
guys
We
enjoyed it.
slayed
This
a
is my first
dragon,
time
the Dragon
doing this.
Slayers.
Yeah.
Thank you
Yeah.
so much.
Officially Dragon Slayers.
It does what it says on the tin.
Ah.
Yes, just like the brand.
Yeah.
Gotta have one of those in there.
So
Every
we'll,
session, at least one dragon must be slain.
so we'll be coming back to part 2 of this week from now, also at QueueTimes, also at 12 p.m.
Yes.
Right?
Correct.
Dope. If we don't have anything else, should we go down the line and say where you can find us online?
Yeah.
We'll start from Kevin.
Yeah, you can find me on Twitter at Kevin Wild, Instagram at Kevin_Wild. All the same handles.
You can find me at Instagram under Mei Lee, or you can follow my band at btsystemband.com, or you can follow my gaming company, Arcade Distillery. I'm the community manager for a video game company, so
All the things.
check me out in all the places.
I'm Alquin. You can find me on Twitter as different_elves. My Twitch channel is also the same. I'm running Chris Estrada on that right now. You can see me on We're Alive Frontier, which is in season 2 on the new episodes come out on Wednesdays.
Definitely watch that.
Yeah, B-Dave's on that as well. So.
Yeah. Hi, I'm Poisel. You can find me at a.poisel on Instagram, a.poisel on Twitter, and on Twitch at just Poisel, twitch.tv/Poisel, where I play some games. Right now I've been playing a lot of Magic the Gathering Arena, so come and watch me play some Magic. I'm also on Patreon at Poisel and do other work on other things, so I'm all over the place. Find me there.
Heck yes.
Just search Poisel. Like, it's probably just going to point to me.
They have good SEO.
Yeah.
Google knows.
Real good strats on that name. I'm Sam Delev. You can find me on Twitter at Tchaikovsky, ChaiKovsky. You can find me everywhere else on the internet at Delevely, DELEVELY. We are now on break for Callisto 6, but keep an eye. There are some real fun things that are upcoming. And also, if you like this group and the dragons that we've slain, follow us at Uncommon Trust on Twitter and on Instagram, and join our Discord to find out more and check out dank memes and excellent gifts from our gift lord, Perfect Casino.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
And
Such
I
good
am D'Artagnan Italiano, your DM of the evening. And you can follow me at D_Crystallize or Crystallize Music on like all of them. I'm one half of the band Crystallize. We make music. You can like it, you can hate it, but you can follow us and tell them. Wait, we need to do shout outs for the people that sponsor us all the time. For actually, one of them, D&D Beyond. Thank you so much for letting us use your stuff and giving us all the capabilities for that. And then World Anvil, I think, is another one of them, which is fantastic. I've been writing a lot of this adventure actually in there, and hopefully can have it kind of cohesive by the time, I guess, whenever I feel it's finished, which is never.
Thank you to Kraken Dice, who rolled my crit today.
Yes.
You'll roll more crits with Kraken Dice. No, you won't. They're actually well balanced.
I don't have mine yet, which is why I'm probably failing at these die rolls.
Noxie will bring it next week.
Yes, so Noxie.
Yeah, Kraken Dice, to often providing a lot of shirts for us, to Void Merch.
Yeah.
Yes. I forgot what I'm actually wearing.
Yeah.
That Void Merch, it's good. Get it from the pit.
And to QueueTimes for having us.
Yes.
Thank you
thank
so
you.
much.
Amazing,
We
thank
really
you.
appreciate the space to do very, very serious.
Oh, and some of my props are provided
Very
by
serious.
Noble Dwarf.
Oh, Noble Dwarf is amazing, by the way.
Yes.
Right.
So,
Well,
I didn't-
thank
I
you
didn't
all
use
for
them
playing
as spell
with
scrolls.
me. Again, I'm very new at the DM thing, so I hope you guys had a good time. If I
it
messed
was
up,
great.
I do
it
apologize.
was great. There's a
but-
bear.
Wonderful.
Yeah, there's a
Who could
giant bear
possibly
now.
complain? If you complain, you're wrong. There's a bear.
We did a lot of fun stuff.
I had a lot of fun with you guys.
The world is
Thank you so
really
much.
interesting too. I like all the different politics and factions and all that.
All the different
Thanks,
politics,
man.
all the different elves. It's great.
All the different elves. There's a lot of them in there. All right.
All right.
This is goodbye for now.
See you next week.
See you next
See you next week.